Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the vidIQ channel audit live stream, and I'm going to start this one with a story about an onion.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
So, picture the scene, everybody. I'm about 20 minutes from going live, and my fiance opens the door behind me and says, "Did we get an onion?" And I'm thinking, what's she going on about? I'm trying to prepare for a live stream. And it dawns on me that we need an onion for tonight's chicken curry. So, with 15 minutes to go, I rush down to the local convenience store. And I get myself not only some tomato soup and some bread for lunch, but I get myself an onion. I race back to the studio and I'm ready to go. And 2 minutes before we go live, my fiance opens the door again and says, "Did you buy that onion?" And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure I did. But she can't find it. So I have to go back into the kitchen. I'm rummaging around and I can't find it. And I realise I put the onion in the fridge because that's where I put the soup. And that is my onion story of the day. Hello everybody, welcome back to vidIQ, the YouTube channel, the YouTube software and the YouTube Learning Academy that educates you on your YouTube journey and your onion journeys. My name is Rob and I will be here to guide you through the next couple of hours as we open our doors and welcome you with all of your wonderful channels of all shapes, sizes and topics. And we share what I would describe as our passionate enthusiasm, knowledge and wisdom. I wouldn't say anybody on YouTube is an expert. Everybody on YouTube has stories and experience and knowledge to share. And there are many different ways to that YouTube success. And one of those people who has had recent success with a secret channel that he will not reveal, but we will find it someday. It is Dan. Hello, Dan. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I like onions.
Yeah. Have you got any fun onion stories?
Well, right now, I would like to cook with more onions, but I just never think to buy them, so no.
I'll tell you what, Dan, I'll let you think about it, and if you want to give us a fun onion story, Funyun story, I'm going to call it from now on, for the webinar tomorrow, and we're doing a little bit of a plug early here, but if you want to think of one for the Q&A and vidIQ product tour tomorrow, then yeah, I'm going to give you 24 hours to think of that. I am kind of stalling here because this is it. It's just myself and Dan this week, at least for the time being. Jeff is on assignment and Travis has just got his first COVID shot, which is fantastic, awesome. But I think he's still getting a shot right now. So yeah, I think let's just open this up to the audience here, since this live stream is supported, or we do support the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. Have you had your COVID shot yet? Because Dan, you've had your first one. I'm right in saying that. Mm-hmm. I haven't had one yet because I'm in a different country where the rollout is different. So if you're willing to share that, we'll do a shout out in the chat as to whether you have or not. So yeah, do let us know. Very weird question, but I thought I'd kick that off since it is the news is getting better surrounding this pandemic, and hopefully in 6 months' time we'll all be more or less free from it. So what do we have? Rodug Hest says, hell no, he hasn't had his yet. Sarah Daisy is getting theirs next week. Ember Boys hasn't had theirs yet. Coaster Strike got theirs in the UK. And Luco Sid has yet to get theirs, I think. Dan, the chat is going so fast, I'm going to throw it over to you because you're much better at reading really fast chat.
Let's see here. Yeah, so Coupon Wins with Lins is fully vaccinated.
Awesome. Well done.
Yes. Let's see here. I'm 14, so no, said somebody, but then the chat scrolled away. Probably shouldn't tell people your ages on the internet, by the way, guys.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's just be careful about that. But yeah, so Tyler the Pro says not available for my age, which is a safer way of saying that.
There we go.
Let's see. You have to be old to get it here, says Top 5 Aviation. So I'm guessing that's a no. Let's see. Joe Lito says, I have had one with a sad face. It does, yeah, it can sting. And then let's see, the Sermos Shadow Gamer says nope.
All right then. Well, hopefully as the rollout continues, more of us will have shots going forward. Yeah, let's sort of move on to what we do then every single week. I'm not forgetting. It just feels weird, Dan, because it's just me and you. I'm not asking Dan H to do some shout-outs and Travis to do some shout-outs. It's just us two right now. So yeah, every single week, if you are new here, we welcome you in and we simply audit channels. There is some forms in the description for you to fill out. We do it in many different ways. I'm going to give you a very quick explainer very soon on how to do that. But yeah, if this is your first time here, check out this explainer. If you are a regular here, then what I would really appreciate you do right now is in the minute that we explain how this live stream works, please do share this live stream with other creators who you may think would find this advice useful that we give to you every single week. And also like the live stream if you want to, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Actually, don't subscribe yet. Subscribe if you find value in what we're about to offer you in terms of YouTube advice. So let's check out the 1 minute explainer and we'll be back to audit your channels very soon. Welcome to the vidIQ channel audit livestream where we review your YouTube channels. There are 2 links in the description, one for gaming channels, one for non-gaming channels. Make sure you submit every week as we clear the form after every live stream. Channel audits are 100% free, so please don't send us any super chats expecting to receive an audit, and don't waste your time asking for one in the chat. If there are any alternative ways to get picked for an audit, such as memes, we will let you know during the live stream. If we can't audit your channel today, vidIQ has a channel audit tool working 24/7 for you. If you haven't already installed vidIQ, download it now for free. A link is in the description, and make sure to take advantage of our free 30-day trial. If you submit your channel for audit, expect the following. We are sharing nothing more than our knowledge, our experience, and our passion as fellow YouTube creators. It's up to you whether or not you take our advice. There are tons of links to lots of useful resources in the video description. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share this live stream with another fellow creator who may find it useful. And finally, moderators, thank you for everything that you do every single week. All right, let's do this. I'm just seeing the end of that video and I realized that I've dated it in that I do these manual play buttons and it says 700,000 on the tablet at the background, so I may need to update that. A bit of housekeeping before we go live as usual. We continue to support the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund with all of these live streams. We have been doing that now for pretty much the past year. So any super chat donations go directly to them. Thank you very much in advance if you do decide to donate, although it is not required. As always, we get around about 1,000 channel submissions every single week, which is phenomenal, but it means that we are always oversubscribed and we unfortunately can't audit every single channel. But we try and choose a broad scale of channels. There are a lot of gaming channels, of course, but in the first hour in particular, we look at all sorts of channels with different topics. And many of the fundamentals that Dan and I will share with you today will apply to your channel, whether it is a beauty channel, a tech channel, a gaming channel, a fishing channel, help me out here, Dan, an ASMR channel, a Lego animation channel.
Music channel.
There we go. All those different types of channels. There are many things that apply to all channels. And as well as this, don't forget that we are not just an auditing service. We are a collection of software tools that are going to help you grow your channel when we are not around to live stream and channel audit. Just as a very brief example, like you're looking at this YouTube screen and it looks pretty normal, but once you install the vidIQ Chrome extension, oh, look at that. You got a little snapshot of your entire channel in the top right-hand corner, wherever you need it. We've got all of these options down the left-hand side, including, as our beta testing continues for daily video ideas, it's going to show you all of these quick ideas that may help you going forward with your channel. Basically, irrespective of your channel size, it's going to look at all of the recent videos that you've published, compare them against what's on YouTube already, and tell you, like, you may want to make a video about this going forward and the possible view potential it has. So right now it's telling us that maybe we want to look at Mr. Beast and how he's beating the YouTube algorithm. That could be a very interesting video for us, considering we have done a lot of algorithm stuff and Mr. Beast stuff in the past. But we've got all of the usual stuff here about monetization, 4,000 hours of watch time, and the list is almost endless there. 50 video ideas, and you get an update, a refresh every single day. And if you thought that was good, well, then you can review how your channel is performing with all of the content that you've already published. This is the channel audit screen. and it's kind of like a report card for your channel. And again, that updates in real time so that we can work out what videos are doing really well. Like we can see that videos about the new returning viewers analytic and YouTube Shorts are big topics for our audience. So we will continue to make those types of videos, and just look at all of this wonderful stuff. You can consume this for like an hour or 5 minutes every single day. Really good stuff. And that is part of course, of the vidIQ Chrome extension. There is a link in the description, and that will allow you to download vidIQ for free for an entire month. But we also have another very tasty offer that we're going to reveal to you just a little bit later on in this live stream. Because first of all, we want to give you some value. Dan, go ahead. You want to say something?
Yes. Before we get off that topic too, tomorrow, as Rob kind of mentioned a minute ago, we are going to be live. Rob and I are going to be live, and we're going to show you how we use vidIQ to follow trends. So be sure to join us, because after we give you that demonstration, we're also going to be answering your YouTube questions for a Q&A that usually goes for about like 90 minutes on average.
Yeah.
So write down your questions. We're not going to be able to see them in chat today, but if you think of anything, bring them on over tomorrow.
It's interesting in that, like, people are probably thinking, yeah, just get over this, get on with the channel audits. Like, we do 4 hours of live streams every single week at this point, and we probably spend around about, at most, 30 minutes talking about our tools. And then it's like the next 3.5 hours is either channel audits or answering your questions, which is what we're going to do right now. I think everybody is in the house, over 400 of you right now. So let's audit the first channel. Dan, I assume you can see my screen.
Yes. I also see a missing video on the front page. What happened there?
Oh, I don't know. It's a weird thing on my screen. Let's then check the first channel that we're auditing this week. And this is the first channel that's submitted on the live stream form.
Can we watch that rubber chicken video?
Which one? You distracted me. Where? No.
Well, there.
No.
Look, that looks fun.
No, they haven't submitted their channel for review, Dan.
We don't know that.
Well, I'm like executive decision. I know you're very executive producer, but I'm making an executive decision here on the live stream. Okay. And the first channel we're looking at is Ryu and Boba. And I assume, just from the channel banner, this is a channel about possibly a particular dog. And I hope that with a name with Ryu, this dog can do Hadoukens and Dragon Punches. If not, it's a little bit misleading. I'm joking, of course, but I'm going to throw it over to Dan now to just maybe give you a brief overview of what you can see about this channel.
Right. Well, big trend right now with pet channels and channels in general, rubber chickens. So if you get your dog a rubber chicken toy...
This is a lie. He's lying. There are no rubber chickens here.
I don't know. The front page of YouTube is full of them. But what do I know? No, I'm, of course, kidding. So it looks like this channel is making shorts sometimes based around their puppy, this adorable puppy. I don't know what kind of dog this is, but I want one or two. What kind of dog is this?
Well, something I was going to talk about maybe a little later, but we can jump into that now. I think it's a Cavalier puppy.
Oh.
I assume
well, it says Cavalier.
Yeah, I assume that's a breed. And actually, I was thinking there, Dan, do you think that might be just niching themselves down a little bit? Because I feel as if maybe cute puppy might be more of a searchable, desirable term on YouTube Shorts rather than cute Cavalier puppy. So I was just wondering if maybe the creator wanted to test removing Cavalier at in that part of a title. That was just a thought from me.
Yeah, I would certainly test it, because I'm looking at these views and I'm not seeing any views that are indicating to me very strongly that you need to keep Cavalier in there, because there's a couple that have taken off.
Yeah.
And cute Cavalier puppy, I would say, is probably the most unique thing about these titles. A Dose of Boba, episode 37. I'll get to the episode numbers and stuff in a second, but I think you should try that, because I actually am a cat person. I have cats. I watch cat videos. But I would watch any of these because this dog looks adorable and fun, and I think anyone could get behind watching puppy videos. So you don't need to niche down to the point where, okay, I'm going to target people who are interested in this breed of puppy, because you don't need to sell me on this breed of puppy. I'm in. I'm all in.
Let's talk about part numbers then, Dan, since we're here.
Yeah.
In particular, this collection of part numbers right there.
Yes. So it is really good that you have enough ideas to film with your dog where you can part them out into like 40 different parts. That's strong motivation there for content. I think you should get away from using part numbers and in your titles express more about what's happening in the video. I would tell Let's Play channels who make video game content the same thing. I do, in fact, a lot. There's things happening in these videos, and I don't think you should be telling people, well, wait a minute, before you watch part 40, did you see the other 39 parts? Because we're telling a story here. I think all of these, even if you are telling a story, could stand on their own, and you should focus more about, what's the dog doing in the video. And I think we have some examples here. Puppy meets wicked bone. So that's kind of interesting. 563 views. Yeah. Most of these, though, are titled the same exact way and then an episode number. And you're not in search. You're not doing yourself any kind of favors.
I think also it's even more difficult to do episodic content in shorts because there's no natural way to follow on to the next one unless you're going to the shorts shelf for the specific channel.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think you can play. Can you play playlists in shorts? I'm just wondering about that.
I don't know. Yeah. You could go to this creator's channel and watch all of their shorts in a row in the order they came out from newest to oldest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can go into a playlist and have the same luxury of swiping up when you're done, swiping up again. So shorts right now, like I was watching some shorts last night and I was getting kind of frustrated because I was trying to skip all the ones that were clearly stolen from TikTok, where the TikTok username didn't match the username of the person, and they were just taking video. I'm like, I don't want to give them views right now. So I was trying to skip those, and I would get videos. First I get pet videos, then I got like videos with like machines whirring and puncturing wood and things, all kind of cool stuff, but none of it related. So imagine your puppy videos, episode 5 shows up in the middle of someone who just got done watching somebody dance. And then after they skip ahead, they're watching someone play Minecraft, because right now the shorts algorithm's still learning about the type of videos I like, and they have kind of still, I would say, a limited inventory to pull from, depending on the niche that you enjoy.
So that is Ryu and Bobo, clearly a shorts channel. Now only 3 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers, so that's at least one of the requirements for monetization. Hopefully you are getting some non-shorts views to maybe get those hours as well.
But can I just put a bow on this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like maybe we bashed the channel a little too much. I never got to say that they're actually doing a lot right. Some of your shorts are longer than a minute, and I'm sure you understand that those aren't going to rank in shorts, and that's fine. But for the most part, you have consistent content. Your channel is niched down to your dog or dogs, and you want to keep doing that. The only thing I would change about your shorts channel is the fact that you have part numbers all over the place, and you got to find a way to make them titled better. That is the only change I'm recommending for this channel.
Look at how many videos I've made as well
in a month,
in 2 months or less. Yeah.
Wow.
Which I think it's an incredible number, but we are seeing this a little bit in the shorts genre. And if you're able to record this much content from your puppy, and if your puppy's not getting too tired and they have a contract in place and you're not working them more than what is the puppy contract? I think they've got to work 4 hours or less a day.
40 hours a week, but in dog hours, I just don't know.
Oh, blimey, yeah. You got to divide that by 7. Oh, God, that gets really complicated. But yeah, just make sure Ryu and Bobo are having fun doing this as well. And I would also say, oh, look, you've hit 1,000 subscribers now as well. Whoop, whoop. Make sure to start using that community tab as soon as you can, especially with a channel like this where you can do lots of cute stuff, like cute GIFs,
they're going to have
polls and whatnot.
They will now unlock the community tab thanks to you guys subscribing.
Yeah, awesome stuff. All right, let's move on to the next channel. Hope you found that useful, Ryan and Bobo. Dan, as always, we choose a gaming channel as one of the first channels that submitted this week, and they are called, I'm going to try and say this very slowly to begin with, so I pronounce it correctly, Screen Queen Gaming. There we go. That's what the channel is called. What are we looking at here?
Where did we see this channel before?
I can't remember this one, if I'm honest, Dan.
Maybe they had submitted on Twitter and we never got to them. I think they did like a meme I kind of liked, but we just never got around to it last week or something. But I'm glad they're here now. So Screen Queen Gaming. It is a bit hard to say, but it is a good name. I think it's easy to remember, which is always helpful, especially in gaming. And I can tell that you've niched down into horror based on the name of your channel and just kind of looking through some of the videos you're doing. You've only started about 4 months ago, it seems, too, which is awesome. So welcome to YouTube. This is pretty encouraging for how recently you started and for the amount of videos you have. It's important to note you don't have a lot of videos for starting 4 months ago on a gaming channel doing shorts. So one recommendation I would say is just make more content. If you're kind of wondering what could I be doing to grow, you can't grow without content. So definitely be making some more of those. If you can get one video out a week or more, that would be awesome. But find something that works for you in terms of schedule. And yeah, so a Dead of Night tips. Is Dead of Night the title of the game? Because if so, or at Dead of Night tips. Okay. So I see. Here's what's interesting about this video. It says full video now, and it's a short, but it's been condensed to fit it's a widescreen video condensed to fit the short's frame. So I would have done that a little bit differently. First, I wouldn't
Dan,
try
which video are you looking at? So I can
the second video from the top here.
This one.
Yes,
Right,
thank you.
okay,
Sorry.
okay.
So I would have done a few different things here. I would have taken the long form video, and I would have taken the best moments out of it, and I would have cut it up. But I also would have taken it and made it fit the frame. Whether you're going to do square or vertical on shorts, you can do either. Make sure that you take the time to edit that thing so the viewer gets the best experience possible. And another thing I would say about shorts is not to try and use them to pull people to a longer video. You just want them to stand on their own, because if they stand alone on their own merits, the people who are interested in seeing your long form content will come by. You can ask them to subscribe. You can maybe even fit a little text thing that pops up towards the end, like I make long form videos too, something to get them over there. But don't make the whole video about like, you can see the full video now. You know, I'm going to tease you with this short video. Make the folks who are on the short shelf feel like they just got a full-blown experience from you, because that's going to generate more likes. That's going to generate more views because it's getting more likes and more retention. So yeah, and to get that retention, you're going to need it to fit the frame.
And what would be the tip? At Dead of Night tips, tell me, like, this is a 47-second video. Tell me what I'm going to get in these 47 seconds, because it might be something super valuable that other creators may spend 4 minutes, 7 seconds explaining. If you can do it in 47 seconds, absolutely. And then, Dan, this is this common misconception of using shorts to promote other content. The content should stand on its own 2 feet. And then, Dan, as you said perfectly, like in the last 3 seconds, you could say, if you want to watch more of my stuff, go to my channel. Or if you want to watch the full explainer, click on the pinned comment, go to this video now, or whatever. And then I looked at this video next to it, this full like 1 hour video. Maybe it's a live stream. Well, it's not a live stream, but maybe it was recorded live. Tips for playing at Dead of Night, and then Amy's story. Is Amy's story like a chapter of Dead of Night? That's what I'm kind of guessing, rather than your story of playing the game. Again, I would just be really explicit and say how to complete Amy's story in Dead of Night. The how-to element of it. Just so that YouTube is very clearly being told what the video is about. And then perhaps in the thumbnail you could have like a tip like how to kill this person, or you know, a really important item that you need during that playthrough, because it feels as if it's a how-to but packaged as a let's play. And we always recommend for smaller channels trying to get discovered that you at least want to have some how-to content within your let's play content as well.
I would say it feels the opposite. I feel like it's a let's play packaged as a how-to.
So, sorry. Yeah, you could be right there, Dan.
Yes, and Dan H is here.
Oh, is he looking in the background now? He did say he was going to be a little late, but hey, Dan, how you doing?
He's muted, though.
He's muted. Oh, well, we'll let him...
I think he's shy.
Get himself sorted.
I'm very shy.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? The one final thing I had about this, Dan, and it's highlighted by the dark mode that we're currently in. I despise this mode, I think, because it makes thumbnails look like this, in that horror tends to lean itself towards darker images and thumbnails. And a lot of these just almost blend completely into the background. I know the creator is testing with some brighter screens. I'm just wondering how the creator could maybe fix that.
I would say to fix that, you'd want to cut out your subject. So we have, like, on the right side here, we have a woman who's on the ground who I'm assuming was just murdered or something. So you want to make sure that person's cut out, in your photo editing software of choice, and then you can do things to brighten them in particular. And I would have made them bigger on the screen. You know, try to do things that really catch people's eye, because I see a person in the top left corner is really small. I see text that's really small, and it's red. Red text on thumbnails doesn't ever really translate well. And then there's something there, but if I was scrolling through YouTube, I just wouldn't see it. And the other thing I wanted to say was, can we scroll all the way to the top real quick?
Yep.
Okay, so I was trying to see if there was a Twitch logo in the far right corner to see maybe they're taking these from Twitch and putting them on YouTube. It feels like you're doing either very, very long Let's Plays and then, you know, recording those and putting them up as is, or you're taking your Twitch streams and then putting them up. But when you do a tips video, It's not enough to title the video like, okay, here's my, I understand I need my title to be searchable, so here's my tips for playing Dead of Night. What you want to do is make your tip video very short, you know? So I would take that long form Let's Play. If you feel like uploading that anyway, that's okay. Some people like that. But then I would chop it up and make a shorter video out of it of like 5 minutes. And your top X tips, your top 7 tips for surviving in Dead of Night or whatever that ends up being. But make sure that your videos that focus on tips and tricks and things like that are actually short and watchable, because you as the viewer probably feel that way. When you go looking for help in a game, you don't want to watch the hour-long tips video. You want to watch the video that's going to get you back into the game faster.
Scream Queen Gaming, congratulations on 50 subscribers made during this live stream. Dan H, I want you to feel the fear and do it anyway. Jump out of your comfort zone and tell us about the Discord server.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel extremely comfortable in the Discord, so I don't know what Rob is talking about there. But yeah, we have a thriving, I will say, Discord channel, which, if you don't know, is a chat server that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what's beautiful about the vidIQ server is that everyone in there is a creator. Everyone in there has a YouTube channel, wants to give feedback and wants to get feedback on thumbnails, on SEO, on their analytics, on how their channel is doing. And it's a perfect place for that. And on top of that, you also get access to people like myself or Dan C and occasionally Rob, who will come into the server, answer questions, and take time out of their day. So it's a perfect place to have access to the vidIQ, but also access to a community of people who are super welcoming, super generous, and are happy to have you there and give you as much advice as they possibly can, or just talk about the things that are in life, sports and memes and comedy and movie and TV and all the different things. One of the big bonuses as well is that every single week on this live stream, I'll choose an active and engaged member of our Discord community, and they'll receive a free channel audit just like everybody else here, but they've been pre-selected for being great members of the community and really helping out around the server.
And it is this channel, correct, Dan? Just to
Yes.
Confirm that? Great. I'm looking forward to some hardcore onion shopping trips in the social side of Discord this week. So, Dan C, Dan H. You know what? I'm just going to sit back here and I'm going to let you two talk about this channel. Because, I feel as if I want a verbal rest. So, take it away, chaps.
All right.
Go eat an onion.
Go enjoy you an onion. So I can already tell what this channel is about based on a couple things. We have a channel banner that explains it clearly. Their name is Beached Creeper, cool name. Minecrafty, that's awesome, and they do pixel art. So pixel art, if you don't know, is when you take the blocks that are provided in say in this case Minecraft, and you just make a flat piece of art with it. And I'm guessing by the length of these videos and the thumbnails that what Beached Creeper is doing is going in and building this, maybe doing a speed build of it. And they are trying to do all the things. So right now they're targeting, a week ago they targeted St. Patrick's Day, which was really smart. Perhaps they have a video coming out tomorrow or the next day for April Fool's Day. I don't know what that would be. Maybe a giant whoopee cushion pixel art. I don't know. But they're trying to target search terms with their very niche down content. I think that looks like the channel's been around for 1 or 2 months now. Rob, you want to scroll down just there we go. Yeah, 1 or 2 months. I think for the amount of content they have, they're not doing bad. Every video is getting how many subscribers? I want to say more views than subscribers. 51. They're just about all more views than subscribers. And the only thing I'll say, and then I'll pass it over to Dan, is that these thumbnails feel a little bit busy. It feels like you're trying to get the entire pixel art character in there, and then because they're so long, you have room on the side to put something. So you put like a lot of text, like a lot. And I don't think that's necessary. I would, in some of these anyway, show a portion of the pixel art from like the waist up on Pikachu, for example, and then 1 or 2 words like Pikachu pixel art or Pikachu speed build or something like that to try and get people's attention more. Because just when I look at these thumbnails, they feel a bit busy. And I also think the flat green background, there's something about it. I don't love the background of these for every single one, but it's because it's making it look like thumbnail wallpaper. But like I said, I was going to pass it on to Dan.
I mean, overall, I would say that these are very inviting. So from a non-Minecraft player, I do like the kind of colorful aspect of them and the recognizable characters. But like you said, the more recognizable the character is, the less text I think you need. I think we get a good, idea of what these videos are just on a very quick glance at these thumbnails. So keep that in mind, that you probably
Yes.
don't need as much of that text for that specific reason. What I'd also say is that, and this happens with a lot of art channels, is it probably takes a lot of time to create these videos. So you look at it, it's probably, once a week, twice a week, and you're creating great content, but try and think of ways that you can sort of reuse and cannibalize this content to make your channel a little bit more active, because you're making great stuff. It has a great look to it. And we talk about Minecraft and shorts all the time. So it's probably a great way that if you have one of these videos come out on a Monday or a Wednesday, that a few days later you do sort of a shorts version of it or something similar in the vein, but a short as well. That way you could post a little bit more often, because I know what we hear from a lot of art channels is they say is, wow, it takes so long for me to create this content. It makes my channel feel very spread out. And now you can think of different ways to potentially create more content without having to fully create another video that may take you quite as long.
I'm going to side with Dan H on this one. I like the block version of the thumbnails with that green background. And Dan C, as you can see, they are kind of experimenting a little bit with other backgrounds. Again, to put the channel into context a little bit, for a channel that's less than 2 months old, I think the thumbnails are of very high quality. Dan C, my question to you would be, is pixel art something that's popular and done often on YouTube? Because I haven't encountered this before. This feels like new and fresh to me.
It is. It's actually, I would say pixel art is one of the oldest forms of like Minecraft creativity, because there's always been blocks in the game. Like there's just blocks of wool, and they've only added more where they're just one solid color, and it makes making stuff like this all really easy and fun.
And when I mouse over, I like this kind of format where they slice the video in half, so you have like a top-down version of them drawing it, and then on the other side, they are, the first-person view. Mm-hmm. There's an obvious suggestion here, isn't there? Each of these videos is around 3 to 6 minutes long. YouTube Shorts, I think, could you time-lapse these into much shorter videos? We've seen a lot of these satisfying Minecraft build things being created as shorts. I think it's, even if you don't want to do it on this channel, if you just want to test it on a separate channel, Beach Creeper Shorts, I think that's worth investigating, because as Dan H said, you could repurpose this content very quickly into some shorts. I would guess by maybe, instead of it being a landscape, you just put the 2 videos on top of each other and try and make it square. You might have to play about with a crop a little bit, but there's potential there from my point of view. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm generally very encouraged. And another thing you said, Dan, as well, is tying into recent and current events like the St. Patrick's Day. Maybe the Oscars are coming up. You've got the Captain, what's it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That might be another one, because it looks as if you're doing all sorts of popular culture things as well to look at there. It feels as if just one of these videos needs to pop on Reddit or something. And then you can start taking requests and things. It feels like a really tightly put together channel. If I saw this channel and it had maybe 3 times as many videos and it had 5,000 subscribers, I just wouldn't be surprised at all, given the channel focus and the design of the thumbnails.
Right. It's so focused too. Like we celebrate a lot of channels. Like we talk all the time about 100% Zelda, and I'm getting a lot of those vibes from this channel because of its focus. Yeah. They're playing Minecraft, and you could do anything in that game, and they're not deviating from the pixel art. So I would definitely encourage that behavior going forward. Keep into your pixel art category, and if you're going to try anything, try out shorts, try different formats, do any experiments you want in the context of making Minecraft pixel art. Because once you deviate from that, all these folks who are subscribing to you, they're not going to watch those videos. They're going to wait for the more pixel art, and I'm sure you know the rest of that story now.
All right, that is Beached Creeper there. So we have done 3 channel audits so far. And what we've done with each of these is we've more or less peeled off the first layer of these channels. We looked at the thumbnail, sometimes the channel focus. But what if you wanted to take this to the next level? Instead of a 5-minute passive conversation with vidIQ about this channel, what if we were able to offer you a one-on-one conversation about your channel? In other words, a channel audit just for you. Well, we have a very special offer for you. I feel as if I've gone into Rob Wilson promotional mode, and I kind of have. What we are offering right now And for only a couple more days, our April Fool's special, but this is no joke, I've got no joke. Certainly not. This is serious stuff. We are offering a one-on-one channel audit for free when you upgrade to a year's subscription to vidIQ. So when we were talking about all of the tools earlier on, the quick the channel snapshot, the daily video ideas, the channel audit tool, what you're purchasing is full access to all of this for an entire year with a 20% discount. So that's the usual offer. But on top of that, you are going to get the chance to speak with one of our channel audit specialists, those being Alan, Travis, Jeff, and Alexi, who is also a Mad Keen gamer as well. So right now we have a limited places, and the offer ends at the end of April the 1st on April Fool's Day. So you have around about 2.5 days to take advantage of this offer. Just to repeat exactly what it is, and we'll leave the banner here at the bottom as well and the link in the video description. You can get the full vidIQ experience for 12 months with a 20% discount plus this free channel audit. And we've been doing this now for a couple of years. We've taken several channels from thousands of subscribers to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, multiple channels, business empires, pretty much. I don't know if Dan, is the Super Squad Gaming podcast live yet?
Oh, I have to check. We've done so many.
I think
in
it
such
is.
a
Yeah,
short span of time.
I think
Yes,
it is.
Sopa Squad is out.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Super Squad is one of the channels that went through the channel auditing with Travis. And I think at the time the channel had 4,000 subscribers, and now they're close to 1 million with multiple channels. So that is the potential impact that you can have. I mean, it's basically like just you talking YouTube shop with somebody who's done it, experienced it, and like with Travis, who's been with me for channel audits now for 2.5 years, has seen all sorts of channels of different shapes and sizes. So, just a final plug here to confirm: it's a free one-on-one channel audit with vidIQ when you get a 12-month boost subscription plan with vidIQ. And if you cannot afford this, and we know this is kind of like for certain creators who have a bit of cash and they want to put some resources into their channel, if you can't afford any of this, then we do have the, as always, free 30-day full access to vidIQ, and there is a link in the description to that as well. But of course, you don't get the channel audit with that. That's just free access to all of our tools. All right, I think I'm going to turn off my promotion mode now. And now we're going to go into Twitter, where I think, Dan H., this might have been your best Twitter competition so far, when people had to name this group. That's the 6 usual channel auditors. Jasper occasionally does pop in here. I think Jasper's got a very movie-looking pose there, just sort of staring off into the middle distance, looking stoic. We had some awesome suggestions here. I just want to rattle off a few of these before we get to the winner. So, yeah, Dan H., let's start with some of your favorites here as I scroll down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the Avengers one is great, but I especially love the fact that Jasper has been swapped out for Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, for Raccoon.
That looks great. Me with that Thor helmet, I don't know how great that looks, but yeah, I'll take that. But, the great compliment of... this Twitter contest. I think the answers were really great this time. So I thank all the community. And that Jasper pose, maybe that was Cal or Octorius in the Discord. They found that picture somewhere and they did the cutout of it. So much better than I could have done as well.
So we've got the Disciples of Savage here, Backstreet Boys, and the one dog who was let out. Lads on Tour, Quiddif. That's a throwback to a very special video I made. I don't know what that is at all. Some of these are really strange. Oh, are we going to appear here? It would have been good if we were actually superimposed there, but not bad anyway. Watchdogs, Layman Furious 5.5. I do like that. The Get Along Gang, Dark Lords and the Free Subs, Scooby-Doo and the Viewicide Squad. I had to remember how to pronounce that. It's a really good way of describing us. I hope we don't kill your views. I really hope that we help. But for comedy purposes, Zelda, very great suggestion there, just to confirm that, yeah, we did pick Zelda as the winner. So, Dan C., you have a lot of experience with 100% Zelda growing their channel. This is another Zelda channel, but with a very different take on the genre. So I'm going to let you again take a look at this channel and see what you think.
I don't know how much credit I want to take for 100% Zelda.
No, I mean you have a sort of researching him, and we've been using him as our example of a gaming channel that's got it just right over the past year. Yeah, so it's important to know the difference here. So 100% Zelda gives a lot of like tips and tricks, like things you can apply, in particular to Breath of the Wild, for ways you can make more money in the game and advance in the game. Whereas just at first glance, it looks like this person is more or less explaining different elements of Zelda that you might find interesting. So let's see, Terrico's Powers Explained, a Zelda theory. So they're looking at different characters and just chatting about the things that make them unique, which is a very interesting way to cover gaming content. I think covering gaming content like this is a lot of fun because you get to just kind of riff. You get to think of really creative things, sometimes that the game was never intended for or don't exist in the game, and you get to kind of bring those to people. Like, what if this happened? A lot of like what if style content. Why Majora's Mask was a dream. So that's an interesting theory. Looks maybe is it all Zelda theories? The more I think you've got it in a lot of words there, Dan, as you've sort of you kind of organically
discovered out loud.
Yeah, you kind of organically dissect something. This is like a Zelda video essay channel to me. So something very different to 100% Zelda in terms of it's not educational how-tos, but it is, as you say, kind of riffing with the lore, having fun with it. But it's not Let's Plays as well. It's something quite unique in the video game space.
Right. Like, this is the kind of channel where, because it's not focused so much on gameplay, if they were to do a Zelda live stream, like just them playing Breath of the Wild, it wouldn't really work for this audience. This audience enjoys this person's theories. Now, they could do that on a separate channel or on Twitch or something, but I feel like because of the niche they've chosen and the way they're covering this, like that's how niche down this channel is what I'm trying to say. And I'm very encouraged by it. And this is another one of those we should probably keep an eye on, because I have a feeling that it's going to only continue to grow and grow and grow. There are ones that do better than others, but I'm noticing the ones that aren't doing too well are the obvious culprits, like 5,000 subscriber Q&A. Yeah, that's specific to your core fan base, but not going to really show up in search, not going to bring a lot of new people in. New YouTube memberships, channel themes, and more, once again, of what's going on in my personal community. So totally fine to do stuff like that, but that makes sense as to why those videos didn't like go kaboom. Whereas, Origins of Majora and the Fierce Deity, 146,000 views.
So there's two things I want to pick up there, Dan. You are right in that this channel has very spiky views, and usually we see that as maybe a cause for concern, but with a channel that has around about 10,000 subscribers, it's going from about 3,000 views, which still wouldn't be bad for a channel of your size, but up to these huge videos which have like 200,000 views. So I've obviously noticed here, and I think you will have, Zelda, the Link's Loves series, that seems to perform very well. I'm seeing 3 of those videos with that thumbnail and 100,000 views, 200,000 views, and then this one a week ago which has 13,000 views. So I'm assuming that's going to perhaps take off as well. And I think that's what you need to look at, the traffic sources. I'd be really intrigued to know where you're getting the views from. My guess, but I could be wrong about this, my guess is it's from suggested videos. And if it's suggested videos, then you can try and find the root of where those videos have been suggested, possibly against other popular Zelda video essay content. And then you can match up your, titling structure and ideas to maybe riff off of their channel a little bit. So, I think quite clearly what you're talking about here is very much in your own voice, on your own interpretation. But YouTube is attaching your videos with someone else, I think. If it's browse features, then I'm a little less sure, because that's usually what happens there is that people have watched a previous video, they've enjoyed it, and then YouTube's recommended it kind of randomly on the browse page, and then they watch it again. So I feel as if these videos that are getting hundreds of thousands of views are bringing in lots of new viewers from perhaps suggested traffic sources and elsewhere. And then you want to try and get them to return by doing, I think, links love seems to be your foundation content. I guess the only other thing here is that it looks as if you're producing maybe 1 or 2 videos a month. Maybe you're only able to do that because these video essays take quite a long time. Again, I'm thinking kind of in this, let's see if we can leverage shorts in any way. Maybe not doing this on the main channel, but can you repurpose some of these bits of a video essays, like really crucial 30-second questions or theories that you have, and maybe start them on a second shorts channel just to see if there's any interest there, because gaming is so powerful on shorts right now. But I kind of feel as if it would interfere a bit too much on this main channel, given that they are lengthy, meaty videos. Mm-hmm. I think your audience wouldn't react too well from going from 20 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes even an hour. Look, that's an entire hour's video there, which is incredible. Going down to shorts, I feel as if that might be a second channel. And
it's captioned, an hour's long video that's captioned.
Wow. It's a lot of effort that's been put in there, which is pretty impressive stuff. Let's just check. Are you using the community tab in any way, shape, or form right now? Oh, thanks. Right. Cheers. Thanks for the share. That is appreciated. Do more voting polls, of course. You're using vidIQ's tools there as well, which is brilliant to see. And I always recommend this whenever you share your videos, or that's somebody else's video, so okay. But whenever you share your own videos, don't share it like this, because look at how even with our channel audits, look at how much engagement there isn't. That's the best way I can put it. Whereas in your voting poll, the engagement rate is like quadruple the size. It's just because when you share these video links on mobile, it just plays as a regular video, so it's just white noise versus everything else that the person's scrolling through. Voting polls and static images, or even GIFs, create a breakup. It's like a scrolling pattern interrupt. So trying to make sure to use images instead.
If you have the community tab, a really good practice, if you can, is to try and use it once a day. And you can do this by scheduling out the content. Sit down one day and think of like a week's worth of community tab content, schedule it all out and be done with it. And then the other tip I have for you is to make the content about your audience as much as possible. Ask questions and think about polls that would be fun to vote on, because I've seen people use it the wrong way in that they'll try and come up with new video ideas and they'll be like, oh, I'll ask my community out of these 4 videos, which one would they like to see next? And that's very community centric again. And it's less about them and more, even though the videos are for them, it's less about them and more about yourself. So try and, just like your videos, try and make community tab posts for the community. And if you do that every day, you're going to start to see this snowball effect. I'm testing this for myself, and it's worked twice now on 2 different channels where I'm using it every day, making content for an audience. And I never make it about the channel. I always make it for them. And more likes, more and more votes, to where now, my channel, my community tab polls are getting 15,000 votes on a channel that has a fraction of the subscriber count. It's
nicely done, sir. Nicely done. We'll find that channel powerful. One day. All right, so that is Zelda. That was a Twitter winner.
Contest.
But I think, Dan, what we're going to do later on, Dan H, is I'm not going to do memes of the week this week. Instead, I think we're going to go through some more of these. So we'll choose some more fun ones. Although, did they tell us
some people have been posting since we pulled it up. So there are some new entries as well.
All right.
Cool.
Have any of them actually posted their channels, though? That might be difficult to find the channels, but we'll see what we can do. Right. We've audited quite a lot of gaming channels. We've been on a bit of a run there. So we're going to now go into some non-gaming channels. And we'll start with Tuber 365. Did I pick this one? Did Dan pick this one?
I did.
Oh, Dan. All right then. So let's take it away with a channel with 3,000 subscribers.
I should have said you did just to see.
That would have just freaked me out, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So Tuber 365, one of the random selections. I picked this channel and I just had a long look at it because they're doing a lot of things we say to do, right? They're making tutorials about one particular software, being Photoshop. Yep. They're making how-tos. and their thumbnails look nice. The styles change here and there, but for the most part, they're almost like, right where they need to be. I would only tweak little things, like make the Photoshop logo bigger, or silly little things like that. So I liked the thumbnails, and I liked the how-tos they were doing, but I had to dig a little bit deeper. And if you were to go to not only their most popular videos, but then also check into their oldest videos, you'll find a channel that's been here for a very long time, and they used to try all kinds of different things.
Yeah, I had a quick look here, Dan. Is this video just causing problems right now for this channel?
Yeah. So
go ahead.
The reason Rob says, is this video causing problems? I didn't mean to step all over you there. I'm sorry. The reason it's causing problems potentially is if people are still seeing this to this day, that means someone's watching it and telling YouTube, hey, Tuber365 made this video and I liked it. I watched it twice, whatever it was. And then YouTube's like, hey, maybe you'll like more of Tuber365's content. Only to find out that these days they're focused on doing Photoshop tutorials. They're not showing crazy things that happened during a news broadcast once. So this is the situation where you might want to consider, even though it has 1 million views, might be a little bit sad, you might want to consider unlisting this video.
In a minute, so you're probably not earning that much revenue on it if it does have AdSense on it. Kind of looks as if it may be a copyrighted clip from somewhere else as well. So
yeah,
how valuable is that to your, I'm not going to say your channel, like your current audience and community, because maybe that video helped you get to monetization, but now, as Dan says, it might just be detracting a little bit.
We did cut out there for just a moment. My recommendation was to unlist this video.
Yeah,
just for anyone who
I think
missed us for a
unlisting it to begin with as a test. Something obvious here as well, in that 3 of your most popular videos start with how to or how I. And I notice you don't do that too much in your videos. I mean, occasionally you do, but it's more like butterfly glowing effects. Maybe it would just be easy to say how to get the butterfly glowing effect. But I know that's a short, for example.
I took a deeper look too, in that I was wondering, I'm like, some of these are so cool. Like, I would like to learn how to do all of these things in Photoshop. Yeah. Why does nobody else want to? Even in the how-to moments, they're not getting a lot of views compared to those most populars. And when I did a search, like, one thing you should probably do for yourself, and this goes for any channel, type in for this channel, I would type in Photoshop and then the words how to after it, and then notice what comes up. Photoshop how to. Simple, basic stuff here. How to remove a background, how to blur a background, how to make a logo, how to crop, how to use pen tool, how to add shadow. All this stuff for a Photoshop expert is child's play. But this could be a really great place for you to start. If you were to do a how-to on each one of those, and I did a Control-F search earlier on this channel too, and I couldn't find most of these ideas.
Right.
So maybe you've done these before, but you've not really titled them in this very simple fashion.
So yeah, I was just thinking of common Photoshop things to do, like how to layer, how to blend, how to merge, how to blur. So that will give you even more ideas beyond the how-tos as well. But again, still what YouTube is recommending for possible searches.
Now, and that might feel like, well, 100 million people have done that before too, but keep in mind, new people pick up Photoshop every day. Photoshop is always updating.
Correct.
And perhaps you can watch some of the ones that those other folks have done, and maybe you can make them shorter, make them snappier, make them better in different ways. So, maybe the thumbnails are okay, but you can do a better job as well. So keep all of these things in mind. Don't get discouraged because you're not the first person there.
What is the current version of Photoshop? Maybe that would...
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. It's not really.
I just let it update. I never pay attention.
Yeah, true.
But, well, I would just put Photoshop 2021 because they update it every year.
Nice. 2021. All right, so that is Tuber365. Hopefully you make the bold decision to maybe remove that 1 million view video, well, unlisted at least, and see if it impacts your channel at all. We'll move on to the next channel, which is... let's come back to that. Hang on. That was a Those are shout-outs, aren't they, Dan? I seem to remember.
Oh, yeah, there's for shout-outs.
So there's a channel I want to look at before that. This is Camera Guru. Now, I think we've audited this channel before, but what threw me off a little bit is that I can't remember the channel name, and I can't remember these thumbnails at the top, but I do remember these thumbnails further down. I remember that thumbnail so many times as like a really good thumbnail, and I remember Travis and I saying, that should be your foundation thumbnail. The interesting thing here is that this creator's decided to go in a different direction. But there's an interesting conversation piece here, because this is one of these examples where sometimes what we suggest doesn't always work, because there are many right ways to YouTube success. And this channel is making very simple, it's on the tin. This is exactly what you're going to get from this video, a how-to. So he's made how-to big, bright and yellow, and then what you're going to get from this thumbnail. But on top of that, these are also YouTube shorts. So I can see that the creator is using a pretty basic template just so that they have a thumbnail in place in case this video is viewed off of YouTube shorts. They seem to be focusing on YouTube shorts at least exclusively for the past 2 weeks. And the view counts look encouraging to me, like nice and healthy. Nothing too viral, but I think YouTube is, and this is why I'm encouraging creators who are maybe being disillusioned a little bit with shorts so far, especially in the educational how-to utility space, that I think YouTube are now trying to put more effort into getting YouTube shorts more searchable, because you can now sometimes search and get a short shelf on particular searchers, especially with channel names right now. And I think YouTube is slowly starting to discover what this channel's about. So they may become one of the leaders in YouTube shorts for GoPro and by extension camera accessory stuff. So I'm encouraged by where this channel's going. Even if they haven't necessarily taken our advice or they've tried it and it's not worked, they're trying something new now, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's hard because when you look at these thumbnails, like, oh, okay, well, this is going to be easy given the type of advice we normally give about thumbnails, and then you see what they're doing, and you're like, ah, okay. So yeah, I think for shorts, some thumbnail is better than none in case it does happen to turn up somewhere. So why not these? Yes, the text, it's very text heavy, and yes, the text matches the title, but doesn't matter. It's shorts. I guess the question for this creator, and maybe they've been grappling with this, is like, where do you go from here? Are you only now a shorts channel, or are you going to take this to the next level somehow? And if so, how? So what I would be doing if they do intend on mixing in long form content again in the future is to enjoy this shorts moment for yourself. Make your short form content, stack it up as much as you can. It looks like you're releasing one a day. That's awesome. Maybe you have a bunch saved up, which is even better. And then start to hone your other skills, do research, and figure out when you do start to test out long form videos again, what are they going to be like? How are you going to do thumbnails differently? How are you going to title things differently? What is your niche going to look like? Is it only going to be GoPro, or is because camera guru, you probably know a lot about all the kinds of cameras, so it's hard not to cover all of them. But GoPro users are way different than someone who's using a Canon EOS camera, so you have to kind of weigh all these things. And I know I'm not saying anything super helpful here, but it comes down to time. It comes down to how much capacity you have to build up your skills on YouTube behind the scenes.
I think what this creator is also going to be able to do down here is that it looks as if they've already got 10 really super simple GoPro 9 tips here. Like, I know this looks silly, like how to turn on a GoPro, but
yeah,
sometimes those can be questions that people are searching for. I have in the past had to Google how to open a GoPro SD card slot, because I was worried that the way I was trying to open it was going to snap off the latch. So I just want to make sure. And like maybe with a GoPro, sometimes you got to hold it down for 3 seconds to turn it on, and some people don't realize that. So with all of these super simple tips, you could probably do like a compilation of 3-4 minutes. One where like the complete beginner's guide to using a GoPro Hero 9 in 3 minutes. Using these shorts as long-form content possibly as well. So I'm encouraged with where this channel's going. It looks like they're going to hit 1,000 subscribers very, very soon. And yeah, I think keep up the momentum with these shorts as well, because you're certainly gaining some traction.
Absolutely.
All right, so what I hinted at here was a channel which was SM Midler Plays, and this is where we do some channel shout-outs. These are channels where we just want to say a quick hello to them, maybe a quick thing about their channels. It doesn't disclude them from being randomly picked, so you may appear again later on. Let's do the first shout out, Dan H, if you're still around, if you want to say hello to SH Midler Plays.
Yes, I'm still here. I'm not sure what the landscapers are doing at my house at this time of day, but of course they would come now. So sorry if you guys can hear that. But yeah, I would have gone with Schmidler Plays, but maybe SH Midler
Yeah, I think
Plays.
you're right. I think you're right.
50 subs. This is probably a variety gaming channel. We'd guess from that banner there, right? Among Us, Rayman, Phasmophobia. Maybe that's Mass Effect. I'm not really sure. So a good start. It looks like a lot of Rayman 2 stuff, but I think what we would always say is try and focus on something specific. Pick one of these games and really stick with it, and not just do let's play stuff. Let's do some how-tos, some instructionals. Let's answer some questions, and go back and watch Dan C's videos. He has a series of them for gaming channels, a ton of great tips there, and a lot of good strategies for moving your channel forward and focusing on one specific niche.
There is Schmidler Plays. Dan, we are saying hello to...
Archivo Mythologico.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Nice effort.
So it's a foreign language channel, but I'm getting the vibe that perhaps they teach Spanish, but I don't really know. It's always been very tough with foreign language channels. So let me focus on what I can see. 2,000 views, 3,000 views, another 2,000 views, 3,000 subscribers. You're getting view counts that are bumping up against your subscriber count, sometimes blowouts, like one with 56,000 views. Yeah. I really like these thumbnails since it does seem to be focused on language in some way. The text in the thumbnails is working. The color scheme's really nice. So I really love the artwork. Maybe this is an art channel. I don't know. I really love the artwork, though, in the thumbnails and the banner. It looks like you're building a very strong community. And so whatever it is you're doing, please teach us all and keep doing what you're doing.
I think it's a mythological animation education channel. That's my best guess from the thumbnails and some of the words I'm familiar with. It could almost be like a God of War channel just because I see Ares in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right, Dan. This breakout video here. Is there any way to capitalize on Zeus? God, now I'm thinking of SummerSlam 1989, Dan H. Eh? Him, Macho Man, Brutus Barber Beefcake. Oh, carnage.
R.I.P. Tiny Lister.
Indeed. He was a hero in Batman, what was it, Dark Knight, where he stole the detonator and threw it out of a ferry. You know, he was one of the convicts and they thought he was going to blow up the ship. Anyway, I'm losing my train of thought as usual. Hello to DC Universe, the Batman Superman fan who makes Minecraft stuff. I'm still confused by your channel name. Look, Dan, look what we've got here. A tutorial, how to make a secret door with no redstone.
Oh.
And it's outperforming, I think, most of his other stuff in the recent...
How do you make a secret door without using redstone? That's very interesting. Can you do more of that? It is a short, but can you do a long-form video on that subject? Because I think that would be something to play with. Now, I would have made a better thumbnail considering it's a short. It doesn't matter, but neither here nor there. This is very, very encouraging, and I'm, as a Minecraft fan, intrigued by that video genuinely.
And more consistency as well, please, because it looks as if you're not posting that much Minecraft content. Maybe you're busy at school. Hopefully you'll have a bit more time as we approach the summer. Dan H, say hello to...
Yeah, Landlocked Sea Fishing UK. Surprisingly, we get a lot of requests in chat to talk more about fishing channels.
I love fishing channels.
I don't know if it's from the same person over and over again, or if it's we have a deeper fishing contingent than we expected. But this is just a shout out. But we'll take a quick look at Landlocked Sea Fishing UK. Very sort of explicit, descriptive title there of the channel. 355 subscribers. Pretty busy thumbnails here. So if we had quick advice, it would be a lot of fish, a lot of close-ups of gear, not a lot of text, maybe a map or a background of a scenery type of thing, but try and limit some of the things you're doing here because they look very crowded and very busy. Same goes for the banner there, but still a great start. I mean, 356 subscribers, a couple of videos here. We see over 1,000 views, right at 1,000 views. Clearly making great content. Just maybe clear up the visuals a little bit from the outside.
Dan is spot on, and the one thing I will add is I have a buddy who has a fishing channel, and something he learned early on in his YouTube journey is because he was doing a lot of this stuff too, showing off different gear and things like that, and he still finds ways to do that, but one thing he noticed above all else is that anytime he puts the catch in the thumbnail,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I know you're not always doing videos where you've caught something, but look, like one of your most popular videos is that's exactly what you did. I wouldn't have even put the text. He said the simplest thing he's ever done is held the fish right up to the lens, and that video always did better than anything else. So just a quick tip for you.
I mean, when you're a layman and like occasionally these stories appear on the news, you know, it's like the last thing. And finally, before we go, this person caught a 200-kilogram fish, and it's just the guy or the female just holding the fish, isn't it? It's the catch.
Yep.
I guess that's the fish eye candy for fans. I did just want to. This value proposition made me chuckle just because of the I'm losing my punctuation. Some never before seen gadgets and ideas you may want to copy. I don't know. Do you want to copy them? I would just change the question mark to an exclamation mark. And I think that's just a better value proposition. I know I'm being really like a grammar Nazi there. But it just
he is here in the chat, and he says that currently because of the UK lockdown, he can't fish. So I guess that's why he's sort of pivoting to a lot of these gadgets and some other stuff. But yeah, that question mark, maybe not necessary.
But as I say, it's a tiny thing.
Yes.
I can't say that. I don't want to say the channel name of my buddy, but I've been very interested in his strategy because when COVID hit, I'm like, what's he doing?
Well, do it.
I went over.
What's the channel?
I can't. I don't know if I'm.
Okay.
I don't know if he would want me to do that.
Fair enough.
What I can say is that he started experimenting with live streaming, and he just sits there and has chats with his audience about fishing. Now, your audience is smaller than his is, but it's something you could consider trying. You'd be surprised the fishing enthusiasts out there who are following you may want to hear your thoughts, may want to do Q&As with you and things like that. So it's just something I've seen one person do in this niche. So keep that in mind.
I just want to search here as well, the obvious thing, like, because you're talking about a lot of fishing inventions, modification reviews, tips and tricks. You've only used how-to once in all of your titles, and it was at the end. So it's a very simple strategy, but just including how to do something in fishing. Can be so effective because it feels as if you're already starting to build an audience. Just make your content even more discoverable on YouTube. We're still going through the shout outs here, and the next one is going to Dan H, who we're shouting out here.
Oh, we jumped the order. I'll do it twice in a row. We got the hardware maker. I don't remember including this person in the shout outs, but let's give him a shout out anyway.
Sure.
188 subscribers. Looks like what we would expect is a 3D printing channel, but from the banner, it very clearly looks like it's more paper mache or crafty, which is very cool. Doing some trendy kind of Mario, Nintendo stuff, an announcement before an announcement. I'm not sure that announcement before an announcement is necessary, but that's how it happens. But again, that Captain America, making and throwing DIY Captain America shield. That's sort of perfect timing for it. It doesn't. Okay, the one next to it is a short. So maybe that's a little confusing having that vertical short there because it kind of bleeds into one thumbnail to the next. So I'm not sure that is necessary. But a lot of cool and interesting stuff you're making. But I think, again, a lot of these are short, so that's not necessarily the point. But making sure that, these are very focused thumbnails with that object front and center. Sort of like we said with Creeper, where he was making Minecraft animations, pixel art stuff. That was very bright, vibrant colors, very clear image of what he was making. And that's digital, so that might be a little bit easier. But I would follow some of his thumbnail tips and what he's doing and see how you can transfer it over to your content.
I was just wondering if the channel needs to be a bit more direct about what they're made out of, because I was the same as you, Dan, in that I thought these were paper mache items, but I wasn't sure because it's not in a title, and I'm wondering if that would add more intrigue. For example, this one, the Stark Industries briefcase made out of paper. I'm wondering if that would add more of a reason to tap or click on the video, because most of these I don't think include the material they're made out of.
Some stuff's 3D printed, some stuff's cardboard. I think that's another thing you want to do too, is niche down that much. Like start out with, if you're going to do Blender, just do Blender. If you're going to do cardboard, just do cardboard. If you're going to 3D print, just that. But I also think I would try and do a little more research because you've been including DIY in all your titles and nothing's really like taking off.
Yeah.
So maybe DIY is too broad and maybe there's a different titling structure you need to kind of research and adopt.
This is another example I'm looking at here, that it's a DIY Super Mario Goomba, but would it be more impressive if I knew what it was made out of? Because I don't know if that's clay. Again, just looking at the other videos, is it paper mache? Something to make it perhaps a little bit more exciting in the title, because the title has to do quite a lot of work. And sometimes you're not helped out by the thumbnail. The thumbnail could be atrocious versus the title, which doesn't help. So just some more, I guess, titling experimentations for you there. Let's now have a look at Michelle Morius Art, our final shout out before we start auditing some channels proper again. This looks like a channel which is delving into shorts, and I'm looking at these thumbnails and these don't look like drawings to me. These just look like images of stuff. So incredible. Having said that, some of the titles seem a little weird. I don't think you should be using hashtag YouTube Shorts. I don't think anybody's ever suggested that you need to use that. And I would also maybe think about using hashtag Shorts at the end of the titles.
Yep.
Because this is a classic example here when YouTube cuts off. Oh, are you also putting like a character, like a line space in there as well? Or is it just YouTube Shorts? It's such a long word that it has to go onto a separate line. Anyway, look at what's happening to your titles. They're being cut off, so we're seeing an image in Shorts, and that's pretty much it for each of the videos.
All they have in Shorts is the title, really. You know, so you're truncating it right out of the gate, so no one really knows what they're about to watch, and they're just going to skip ahead.
So you won't be able to see it if I click on it. So it's a pastel pencil dog portrait. Is this how to draw one, or are you doing a time lapse of drawing one? Because I think time lapse pastel pencil draw dog portrait hashtag Shorts might be a better approach with the titles, and also maybe a theme, whether it be fruit or animals, or as we've mentioned so many times, tying it into popular culture might be something to look at as well. But yeah, I mean, you're clearly a talented artist. There's no doubt in that. It's just how do you pitch these videos a little better to the YouTube Shorts discovery engine?
Mm-hmm. One thing I'm seeing here is welcome to my YouTube channel, and then it says beginner art tutorial. So I just, now that I read the title, it makes a little more sense, but it's only 48 seconds. I'm like, if you were to do an art tutorial, you'd want it to be a little bit, this is the one time I'd say you want the tutorial to be a little bit longer, because I don't think you could teach someone to draw in 48 seconds, but I guess that's the channel trailer, so.
Jeez, is that, like, again, is that a drawing?
Man, I wish I could do that.
Very impressive. So those are all of our shout-outs this week. But as I say, we may randomly pick you in the next portion of the live stream, which is where, because it's approaching Easter, we're going to hatch some eggs.
Eggs.
Chocolate is not going to come out of these, but numbers will, and these numbers will turn into the channels that we audit.
Hate numbers.
Starting with 344. So I think we'll start with a gaming channel, since we just did some shout-outs for some non-gaming channels. And since Travis isn't here, I don't feel as much under pressure copying and pasting web addresses into my browser. And of course, we'll go back to the tweets later on as well and see what's going on there. 2x2 with Noah. Let's start here.
Yeah, all right, so brand new channel, virtually brand new, 2 months ago, but not a whole lot of content. Whenever we see channels like this, it's always the same couple things, isn't it? Like, upload more content is always the first piece of advice. And welcome to YouTube is the other thing we have to say. So it looks like you did a Fortnite video, and then another one, and then you're like, well, I like Minecraft. Totally cool to try out different things. I'm always telling channels to niche down, but if you're still just kind of getting your feet wet, trying to figure out what you want to do on YouTube, how your editing style is, always cool to just do whatever sounds fun that day, but go in with lower expectations. You know, you're a brand new channel and you're kind of covering a lot of different stuff. So you just got to go in knowing that this might not get a ton of views, but I just want to give it a shot. So let's focus on these 3 videos right here. We have, I spent so long building this, Zawa episode 1. I'm interested in this term, Zawa. It's new to me. I don't know if it's a mod pack. I don't know if it's a community server. But I'm seeing animals that aren't normally in Minecraft. So yeah, it's a mod. It's Zawa Zoo. Okay. And one thing you did here is you did episode 1, which for Minecraft Let's Plays, that's always a pretty strong search term. Here we go. Zoo and wild animals. Okay, so that's what it stands for.
Opportunity here. Much smaller channel. Look at that. 1,000 subscribers, 15,000 views.
Yeah.
I'm thinking tutorials, how-tos.
Yep.
How to install even.
This is the coolest thing about Minecraft is that there's always like a community within a community within a community. So not only is it Minecraft, it's modded. And not only that, it's this one particular mod or mod pack, whichever it is. So there's obviously a lot of fans of this. What I would do is go back to that search term when you sit down at your computer again and look at the different thumbnails. Look at how you could use those to model your thumbnails after them. Can you improve upon them in any way? I know I would certainly give some of those suggestions because there was a lot of text in those. And then once you improve your thumbnails, how can you improve your titles? Because Bears, Zawa, EP2 isn't really very strong. I would say you did pretty good with the first one because EP1 is such a good search term. After that, I wouldn't even include the episodes. And I would say Minecraft, Zawa, Zoo and Animal, whichever one's stronger, and then go into what you're showing them that day. And like Rob said, tutorials are going to be great here. A lot of people in mod packs have this, issue where there's so many mods and there's so many different things that they need to know, and they're just trying to play the game. So can you be the person who teaches them those things so they can go back to doing what they want to do, which is play the mod pack?
2x2 with Noah there. All right, Dan H, I want to get you involved in a non-gaming channel. I don't know how often you're able to do that. So yeah, let's see if you want to take a stab at this one. We haven't got that many non-gaming channels yet, so we'll take the latest one. This is going to be, this might be a challenge, Dan, because we have cooking with, I think it was CJ, and they have 50,000 subscribers already. Wow. All right.
Well, there we go. I mean,
I want to hang out with CJ.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, they're doing some things right with 51,000 subscribers. I don't know exactly how old this channel is, but it looks like a lot of barbecue stuff, a lot of delicious meat and foods that I would love to eat. I try not to eat breakfast until after these live streams, which is always a terrible idea because a channel like this always pops up. I would say, obviously you're at a very strong position, CJ. You've been growing steadily, I would assume. I don't know how old the channel is exactly, but obviously subscriber growth isn't an issue. 2017 is when your channel actually started. So now I think part of your strategy needs to be refinement. I would say that channel banner looks a bit basic. The text is, something that, if you were just starting out with Photoshop, you would probably do. The cutout of you there on the side is not, professional quality necessarily. And there's nothing wrong with that. YouTube is full of great channels that, have similar things to that. But I think you're at the point where you want to look a little bit more professional just from the outside appearance. So I would look at maybe Fiverr or something like that, where you can get someone very cheaply to produce a really nice, professional, high quality banner. And that will really show on your channel that, you're taking this serious and that you're ready to move to the next level of YouTube. Looking at these thumbnails, the ones on your most popular videos, I don't think it's any surprise that those are your most popular videos. Look how delicious the steak looks on there, the chicken, look how vibrant the colors are there. I'm not sure, I don't know if you've necessarily gone away from this style necessarily, but I would say, your last, 2 weeks worth of videos don't look quite as good as those, but they still look very good. So it's not, really about that. It's tough to say what exactly you would need to improve on without watching the videos and seeing some of the sort of personality aspects of it. But I think any channel we talk to, we say to double down on your best content. So if grilled ribeye steak, even though that's a year ago, 123,000 views, more steak that you can cut up just like that and have such an amazing thumbnail that I really want to watch that video right now and up my steak game. And I would really double down on the things that, did your best and try and do either new interpretations of them or similar videos with a different cut of steak or a slightly different technique, smoking versus cast iron grill versus, grilling on a barbecue, things like that, and really become sort of an expert on a lot of that stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, so I was trying to determine what the thumbnails, what was the difference was. It's like the sharpness just seems a little better. The saturation is pumped up a little bit more in this row of thumbnails, which look good. Obviously, you've got one video that's driven quite a lot of traffic to your channel as well. I would be looking at potentially making. Oh, was that a short, or is it just? Was it a short though, or was it just a landscape video? Oh, let's see. One of these weird
counts.
No, all right then. So it's a TikTok.
It's a re-upload from his own TikTok.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
No problems with that. So, do you have any more shorts, or are you worried that one short has just caused chaos on your channel? Because I'm not seeing any other shorts.
I want to say real quick, don't be, if you are worried about that, don't be. Like, yes, your numbers are going to look a little bit chaotic, but that's not a bad thing. It just makes things a little bit harder to gauge when you look at your channel from that macro perspective.
Yeah, so we do have to ask this obvious question. You made you transferred one of your TikToks to YouTube Shorts, and it brought in 2 million views. Brilliant. Why did you stop? If it's because you're worried about it impacting this channel...
29 seconds. Sorry, scroll down.
Oh, what?
Scroll down just a tiny bit. Right there.
All right, so there's a short there. You've seen another one. There's a short there as well. Okay. So you've done maybe a couple. 2. Oh, there's a 55-second one there as well, possibly.
So they're in there sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. What do we think? Possibly a short dedicated channel to test it a little bit more without impacting this main channel?
Yeah, you could definitely try that. You could. One thing that jumps out to me is massive 1 pound smash burger. That sounds amazing. Have you done a long form version of that?
Exactly.
Yet?
Yeah.
There's a ton of videos here, so you probably have. But if you haven't, that would be the next obvious thing to me. Is because yes, it's 2 million views from shorts, and yes, we know shorts, especially 3 months ago, was like that. But that doesn't mean 2 million people. A lot of people hit the like button. That could be an indication of how many people would have searched for that kind of content. You know what I mean?
They've done it maybe a couple of times here, Dan, that I can see.
I see. Okay.
But every time they do a smash burger, it gets tens of thousands of views, which is pretty encouraging.
And could it be that then we're looking at a channel that, ends up being focused just on that content? I don't think this channel needs to worry about that too much, but if every one of those got 10,000 views to your normal 1,000 to 2,000 views, you might be like, how do I break away from making, I can only do this so many times. But I think they're doing a lot right. I like this thing they're doing where they take like a popular food cooking device, and bring it into the content.
It's like they put everything into this Ninja food grill, Ninja foodie grill, and the videos were doing really well a year ago. Perhaps the interest in the Ninja foodie has waned a little bit. You've got me intrigued in this item now. I'm wondering if you're going to be one of the leaders in this space. For Ninja food, is it grill? Is that the search?
I think it's grill.
I'll leave it at just Ninja foodie and see what comes up.
A couple of years ago, it looks like.
Okay, so yeah, you're not appearing in the top of the search rankings, even though you have many videos on it. I'm wondering if maybe you could attack one of these and go after one of the search terms here. There you are. And so you do
people
stuff.
Also
but that's because I think that's probably influenced by us watching going on his channel just now.
It's interesting though, because he's not showing how to use or how like unboxing it and all that stuff. He's just showing himself cooking anyway, and it happens to be on this grill. And maybe that's helpful. Maybe it's not a video about the Ninja foodie, but it has that extra sauce on top. I'm trying not to use a food analogy, and I had to do it.
Now, I just want to look at one video for a second because I just want to see what the first 5 seconds are. I'm gonna mute it. Okay. So you kind of showing the final result, which is good. Where you'll get to. You're probably doing a bit of commentary there. I like some nice B-roll. Oh, is that an intro of some kind?
It's an intro, yeah.
That might be an intro of some kind. Hang on. Let's just grill chuck roast. Oh, right. Not chicken. I just misread that as chicken. All right, I'm going to just play the first 10 seconds audio because I want to know what the intro is like.
Guys, I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful chuck roast in the Ninja Foodie XL grill coming up. This is cooking with...
Right, okay, so you might not have been able to hear that, Dan, but it basically says, guys, coming up in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this in this grill. Brilliant. But what's this next bit?
DJ to show about cooking, drinking, barbecue, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. I am not a chef. I am not a bartender.
So this is all, I think, an intro.
But I play all three on TV. I'm going to show you how to make quick,
music's loud,
easy, tasty recipes and have a little bit of...
So if you put that in all of your videos, it feels like a bit of a long intro. We're being very selective here and just looking at one video. Because what I'm thinking here is that obviously with food, you want to see almost like the payoff or that food in the grill making a wonderful sizzling noise. That's really going to, people can almost smell the food as the video starts. And it looks as if you're doing that to a certain extent. But I'm thinking like in going into the detail now, we looked at the thumbnails. What's your audience retention like in the first 30 seconds? Are you keeping an audience in there? I guess the reason we're going into detail with this channel is because this creator, by the fact that they have 50,000 subscribers and I would say hundreds of videos at this point, you've got a lot of data to look at. So a lot of information that you can glean here. So
the music... Sorry, the music on that intro is very loud. But otherwise, I liked it in terms of just like you're gonna get me in the mood to cook. It's nice. I would say still that we were probably 20 seconds into that video before the actual video had started yet. So even though I like the intro, I think that would be perfect for like your channel trailer, and then a very truncated version of it, if any at all, on your regular content. So you start with the picture of the food you're gonna make that day. Today, we're going to show you to make this. Let's go. And then, so it sounds like you're not going to waste any time. And then it's 10 seconds of intro. Instead, I would have made that intro like 3 seconds tops, where you cut in all the same shots, but much faster. So it's like, bop, 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 bing. And then you're already in front of the grill.
Can somebody clip that, please?
You get what I'm saying, though, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's going to help your retention a lot, because I wouldn't be surprised if there was a big drop, or at least a bunch of people skipping it at the start, especially your regular audience. And again, I really like it. And I wish people's attention spans could last through an intro like that. I just don't think they do.
I don't think all of his videos do that intro, Dan. I'm worried that we just looked at one of his videos and says you need to fix your intro. Whereas this one,
maybe they did.
Whereas if this one kind of looks as if it jumps straight in, but this one starts with him talking to camera, where again I always feel as if show us some food or show us the product in some way.
Yeah.
But these are all like little tiny nuanced things. The fact is the channel's doing pretty well. You've got some millions of views. Seems like a channel where you're making a lot of content on a consistent basis. You know what your channel focus is, so you've got lots of good things going for you. Congratulations on the 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
All right, we spent quite a bit of time there. Let's now go back to our tweets. So if we were going to choose some of these ones, like extra ones to maybe audit, should we go with this? We didn't pick this one right, Dan H. This wasn't the winner. I think they deserve an audit, though, for turning us into the Avengers.
If we could find the channel.
But I've kind of made a rod from my own back here, because none of the people have submitted their channels. I guess you were going to ask them for the channel when they won. Whoops.
Well, a little inside the sauce. Usually, if I think it's a really good entry, but it doesn't have the channel, I'll just pick a different entry.
Ooh, insider information there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I make it clear that it's a contest for a channel audit. So obviously, I need your channel information.
Yeah, we ain't got anything there. All right. Well, never mind. Let's just make this a random channel selection week.
Randoms have been getting, back seat lately because of all the hilarious memes.
That is true. So we'll do a gaming channel now. And this channel is called Zeroom.c, I believe. Let's see what we've got here. All right. This is one of these .io channels, I believe.
I got the egg in floor.io.
All right, let's first do a bit of our own research here and try and find out what on earth. What is it? Floor.
It's with 2 R's. You had it right. Yeah.
.io. Right.
Oh, is it flower.io? No. Okay.
So
it's supposed to sound like flower, though.
Game that's come out in the last year.
Now, one thing we've been saying lately is YouTube has said your tags, if you use them, should include misspellings. And one of the autocompletes there was flower.io. So that's my first tip for you, is make sure that you're, at least in your tags, you put that misspelling in there.
So how long have they been making these flower videos? A couple of months. A Zombie Royale, I think, is in there as well. I remember those screenshots from other gamers.
So I feel like they're going all in on flower.io. But they were playing with Roblox for a while, as recently as 3 weeks ago.
Channel focus then. Let's start with that
Yes.
then. Channel focus. Make sure you're going to stick to one of these games for a period of time. Be it a month or 20 videos, I would suggest.
Next thing I would suggest would be to level up a little bit. And this is advice I'm going to start giving more and more, because I'm just, through my own research, I'm finding just how important this is. You want to go out and try to learn a little bit more about making thumbnails, channel banners, things like that. Stuff that most people don't learn just, through doing YouTube videos alone. You need to kind of go in with a little bit of knowledge. So, I mean, I still watch the occasional Photoshop tutorial because I want to get faster, or I want to learn a new technique to make my thumbnails better. So spend some time sitting down and watching some educational content on that sort of thing, because I can sit here and say, I think your thumbnail should be better, and give you some tips. But at the end of the day, you're the one who has to execute that advice. And I've given a lot of that advice today, but really everyone here who's been accepting of that advice should probably go out and level up a little bit.
Anything else from Dan H?
No, I think that's great advice, right? Is see what is sort of going off on your niche. And one thing we also talk about is joining these communities, right? Finding places on Reddit, finding places like Discord, finding forums where people are playing, .io games, and find out what is the most popular game. Because as soon as a game starts to blow up on that platform, that's when you want to hit it, right? You want to be one of the first people really playing that style of game and to really push on something. Whereas it can be tough to find trends, but if you're within the community and you see things rumbling and people starting to talk about something, that's the exact moment you should make a video of it. And the only way to know that is to be kind of immersed in that community.
The more I look at this channel, the less focus I see with Zombie Royale. Then I think this might be the only flower video there actually is. I don't know why I got fixated
Why is it
on
standing out so much?
Yeah. And then there's
Maybe thumbnail.
Starve.io, and then Roblox,
Yeah.
and then Zombie Royale, Roblox, and the inconsistency continues a little bit. Yeah,
Well, I would also recommend, and I don't mean to be too cheeky here, but you should stop by our live stream tomorrow, because we're going to be talking about a tool. Like, just as Dan said, you want to stay on top of trends. You want to know what's going on in your community, and the tool we're covering tomorrow is going to help you do just that. And we'll teach you how to use it practically for your next video ideas. So join us tomorrow, and then there's also Q&A as well.
so cheeky, so cheeky.
I'm sorry. It was just such a good opportunity.
Control Incorporated Gaming Fan Art. Very, very distinctive thumbnails.
Ooh, yeah.
Interesting design where the image itself is black and white, but then you have a little bit of color splashed in with either the game or drawn in 60 seconds. Although it is a little too difficult to read, I'd say. It's the usual red text on a thumbnail makes it a bit of a struggle.
It does.
Yeah, this is hard because we wouldn't want to tell these people to change their art style, right? These black and white images look amazing, but they're a bit hard to read on these thumbnails. They sort of blend into the background. They don't stand out quite as much. So as an artist, I would, leave this to you, but try and think of ways where you can maybe make these stand out a bit more, especially for a thumbnail. And then what I also say is, things that are trending tend to go off a little bit more, right? So Arkham Knight is a great game, and I know everyone here has probably enjoyed playing that. Probably not the most popular thing in the world at the moment, right? There's not a ton of people searching for that. So try and think of ways to stay a little bit more on trend. And then when the next Batman game comes out, or when the next Batman series comes out, or when people are going to be searching for Batman content, that is the time to do it. I guess Justice League may have been sort of the connection there since the Snyder Cut came out, but that might have been the perfect time to do a Justice League thing and not just a Batman thing, because a lot of people are going to be searching for Justice League.
So what games are coming out in the next couple of months? We've got a new Zelda coming out. Is it in July? Cyberpunk, it's probably a bit too late for that. It's a bit of a lean time for gaming, isn't it, during the summer?
It is. Summer's not great, but there's always something.
Yeah.
And if you're a drawing channel, so this is the one time I wouldn't say you need to focus on one game. Like no, any game that has any kind of media attention, and an interesting character, a protagonist that you can draw, you have at. If a big update is coming out for Halo, there's going to be a new Halo eventually, and you've already done a little bit in Halo. So, yeah, always be on top of what's coming out. You want to cover it before it releases too, because then people are going to search more and more leading up to the release of the game.
Interesting that the Batman one didn't do too badly, actually. I know you did point that one out, Dan H. And
very talented artist.
Mousing over.
Yeah, amazing. Well, again, I mean, Justice League did come out, so Batman may have been trending within the last week. So that is maybe a perfect example of what happened. It is a short, so again, there's always that to take into effect. Now I'm just mesmerized by this guy drawing, because as a terrible artist, this is sort of amazing stuff to be able to do this. I don't know what that cat is going on in the bottom right corner there that popped up, but again, we don't have the audio on, so it's hard to judge content specifically.
I would also maybe suggest just maybe trying to get a better light. It looks as if maybe you have one light, and because of that, it kind of casts a shadow on your hand. So maybe if you can get two lights at each side of your drawing, and then that's just going to cast a nice consistent light. Yeah, what is going on here? What was that? It just came on screen. But yeah, just maybe some video recording improvements as well if you can. I mean, that looks better. That one certainly. But that is a landscape one. Oh, is it because you're using a mobile phone for your shorts, but then a proper camera for your long form content maybe? I'm guessing.
That could be.
Yeah, not sure on that one.
Looks like they have more flexibility with the long form content, but it could be that they're just turning their phone sideways too.
Could be. So that is Control Incorporated, gaming fan art. Let's now... I'm going to pick another non-gaming channel, because even though that wasn't technically a gaming channel, it kind of had lots of gaming elements to it. So I think it's only fair that we look at 24 Karat Dance. I don't think this is Karate Dance. I think this is 24 Karat Dance. As if to suggest it's a highly valuable form of dancing.
New video every Sunday.
What am I going to get every Sunday? What am I going to learn how to dance every Sunday in a certain style? I think the value proposition of when your videos are released isn't as important as what are your videos about.
Yeah, what's the style of dance? Is it the type of music? Is it and or the type of dance, and include that for your value proposition?
But looking at this, it's almost amazing that they only have 180 subscribers based on the view counts on some of these videos.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting to wonder. Just why there's not that really conversion rate. Maybe because there's just not that many videos yet. So sometimes, people like to watch a bunch of videos before they necessarily subscribe to a channel. But obviously, having great success so far. So people are interested in this content. And that's, maybe the most important part of a channel coming up is that there are people interested in it. There's people searching for similar stuff. Now we got to find ways to sort of convert them over to highly engaged / returning viewers.
It is interesting that you have shorts, obviously, and one of those shorts has done really well. But then the videos that aren't shorts are relatively short videos in themselves.
That's terribly interesting. I can't believe how incredibly interesting that was. That was... listen, I'm excited to be here. I went, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to all be happy for me. I went and got my shot for the Coca-Cola virus. It's weird because there was no one in line. I mean, there was another really long line for something else, but the Coca-Cola virus, man, I'm good. I don't have to worry about that no more. I'm happy.
Great. Welcome back, Savage. How are you?
I'm great. Like I said, no more Sprite or Coca-Cola virus for me. I'm super happy about that. Again, like I said, the line was longer, and the other thing, and I said, I don't want that one. I want too many people in line for that. So I'm here to help out. Yes, I think that's what it was. It was a food challenge of some sort. I'm good though. I can eat all the Coca-Cola and all the Big Macs I want to. It's all good.
Well, it's great to hear you're fine. We will audit one of your Savage students very soon. Let's just finish off this audit. What was the consistency like? Because they have how many videos? Does it look about once a week here? But they're making contents
Every Sunday.
of course, every Sunday. Why did I not understand that from their channel value proposition?
Something threw you off. I can't imagine what it was.
I wonder what it was.
It's also I would be doing more shorts. This content, dance content, we all know, like TikTok. Basically, that's how it got its start. At least from my perspective, I'm sure it's not really true, but I would be, if you're going to do shorts anyway, I would be doing those throughout the week a little bit, and then save your Sunday video for the longer dance video. If you can be putting out more content, always good if you can. And shorts is just such a good opportunity right now that if you have these anyway, perhaps there's shorter versions of the longer videos. Just something to think about.
Right, so they are dance covers. I'm just going to sort by most popular again. Are people attracted to your content through the artist that you're doing a dance cover of, or a particular dance style? Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with this music, so I can't really comment there. But I'm just wondering if you could maybe do more of, that artist's dance moves from another song. So you're kind of getting into a series of tracks there. That would be my thought. Although you have done this, artist more than once. But each of the videos, as Dan H. Rightly pointed out here, if your worst video has 300 views and you have 180 subscribers, you're already doing a lot of good things. The other thing I would be suggesting here is more output. Can you push yourself to do 2 videos a week? Because I think it's just consistency and volume here, which is going to help grow your channel exponentially, as opposed to tweaking the thumbnails or any sort of titling structure, because it feels like you already have more or less all of that nailed down.
Yeah. And looking quick, about half the engagement comes from Facebook based on the vidIQ tool. So that's clearly, where they're sort of promoting it.
Okay.
So that may also where you need to develop your community and, posting stuff there, but also talking to them, even asking them to subscribe and come over to YouTube. But that is, a great strategy for growing a community. And obviously people are reacting there to your content because they're engaging with it directly from it.
So that is 24 Karat Dance. Savage, hello. Let's have a look at one of your students, shall we?
Sure. How many we got? We got
36 today.
Let's go to 35. Let's just make it so the last person that clicked, they didn't get it. That's terrible for them.
What a tease. What a tease.
Good for the person right before them, though.
So let me just add here, folks. This is a somewhat alternative look at your channel. vidIQ does not necessarily endorse anything that is said, and the advice taken from Savage may not see growth, but since you filled out that form, you want a Savage audit. Here we go.
All right. So we got SFS Eagle. That's something, I don't know what that means. Okay, we got some shorts here, which is great. Oh, we're watching rockets launch. Did you ever have that water rocket thing you can put in your backyard? You put it on your hose and you pump it, and then it goes up. And you ever have one of those there, Rob? You remember those?
I did not, no.
Yeah, it was a little plastic rocket, right? And you hook it up to your garden hose and shoot straight up in the air. It's pretty amazing technology for the mid 80s. I'll tell you, it was incredible. And I don't know what this is though. Zip line and space flight simulator shorts. What is all this stuff, Rob? I don't understand. What is this?
I think this is just somebody who has some sort of space launch piece of software, and you can attach all sorts of different vehicles to different types of rockets and see what happens with them. It looks like a fascinating channel.
Wait a minute.
Especially for shorts.
Are you saying that there's some software out there where you can just do rocket launches, where it goes from the ground to the air, and then that's it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Space Flight Simulator, it's called.
Did they pay for that? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what kind of scam is going on where you can come up with something like this for software, and you see the rocket go away? Like, look, here's my newest software. This is something else. See this?
Yeah.
Give me $50. Obviously, that's what you just did. So give me $50 for that. Crazy. I don't know why someone wastes their time. And then here's what's funnier. He expects people to watch this. Can you imagine? That's hilarious. Like,
people
obviously,
are.
if you're going to pay the $50 to put in your numbers and make it do a certain thing, that's cool.
2,000 subscribers, Savage.
That's fake. Come on.
It's more subscribers than you.
Must be all aliens is what they are. He's trying a lot harder than me, too. Let's just put it that way. Let's go. Okay.
All right, moving on.
That's the first one.
Let's do another Savage student here.
Let's go 25. Why not?
25. I think 25 often gets audited here. I think that might be your favorite audit.
That means you got to make sure you're 25th when you submit your number in.
You seen this, Savage? I'm copying and pasting in the web addresses perfectly so far.
I don't know how that's possible. This guy's got 2 videos and did one an hour ago, which really means he has 1 video.
I would love to know what you're going to say about this one.
It's a gaming channel. Mom hides son Xbox. That is terrible. Well, then how did he make the video? I don't understand. How is that possible? Obviously, we know what happens at the end of the video. He found his Xbox, because otherwise, how is he making the video? By the way, Ryan Water, how old are you? Rylan, come on. You know what that is? I don't want to be mean about this, but that's someone trying to get fancy with a regular name, Rylan. It's Ryan. It's not Rylan. They're like, listen, we're going to have a little baby Ryan. No, that's not fancy enough. Put an L in there. Put an L in there. What are you talking about? Put an L in there. What? Why would someone do that to poor little Rylan? Ryan, you're Ryan to me. That's all I'm saying. Of course, your last name's Water, so that's good. That part at least makes sense. And you've been doing YouTube for a couple days. That's great. Ryan.
The L and Walter ended up in Ryan somehow.
Who?
The L and Walter ended up in Ryan somehow.
Obviously. Or he misspelled his own name, which is really terrible. Like, how do you go about misspelling your own name? 1 to 2 videos per week. Well, that's true so far. I mean, it's been 1 week. So I guess if nothing else, Minecraft motivation and animation, he's got it correct. But his mom got his Xbox. Nothing bad gonna happen. Listen, nothing bad gonna happen. Ryan, whatever your name is, don't do that again. Please delete this channel.
Okay.
This is terrible. I mean,
as always, sage advice from Savage. Who's more interested in a person's name rather than their channel. We love you, Rylan. Just so you know that.
See, there's a Ryan in the chat. See, he has his name spelled right. Ryan Aston. Look at that. That's a regular name.
All right, cool.
Good job, Ryan.
Cool. Let's audit a regular channel, shall we? Thank you, Savage, as always. Channel number 35. What did we just look at? Was it? We looked at the gaming channel there, didn't we? So let's do another non-gaming channel. If it was a Savage channel, I'm not sure if that really counts. Coaster Strike here. All things roller coaster. All right, then.
I think the gaming channel's got something out of that.
Let's see what we have.
Don't let your mom steal your Xbox, obviously, is what they learned.
So, Coaster Strike. Regular coaster contents. I imagine this is quite a tricky channel to cover right now, and it has been for the last year, given the pandemic.
Yeah. Episode 6, episode 5, 4. So, okay, they went to Coaster Bay, and they broke it out into different episodes. I don't think that was necessary. Just focusing on the episode numbers for a minute, because I always get very triggered by that, as you know, Rob.
Yeah.
When it comes to episode numbers, I would have let each Coaster Bays stand on their own and focused on the ride or series of rides you rode in that video, or maybe you just kind of edit it not chronologically. So you do all of the different food you tried that day at Coaster Bay. Then you could say it's Coaster Bay, trying everything to eat at Coaster Bay or something like that. Just a quick titling idea for you, because I think expecting people to go back and watch the other episodes is going to be a bit tough, and you're kind of taking your some SEO away from yourself in the titles.
Hang on, something's just clicking in my head here.
All right.
I don't think this is about... Is it about somebody visiting theme parks and going on roller coasters? Or is it the software-generated version of these roller coasters through something called Planet Coaster?
Planet Coaster's a game, but I wasn't getting those vibes from all the videos. I did notice that, but...
It's just when I moused over... which one was it? It wasn't that one. When I moused over one of them, it didn't look like an actual... It looked like a computer-generated graphics.
Yeah, there's Planet Coaster World's Fair. I've played that game. It's a lot of fun. But because you cover roller coasters doesn't necessarily mean you can also then incorporate games. You can't be everything to everyone when it comes to roller coasters. There's a big difference between people who are actually going to go and do research on theme parks they're visiting versus people looking for Planet Coaster content.
Let's have a look here at the most popular videos and see what's going on. So I think very much when you focus on the game or the software itself is Planet Coaster, which you have done sporadically over the last 6 months. That's what your current audience is reacting to best.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, Dan, when you talk about episode numbers and like the first video in that series did best.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was someone visiting theme parks because I've seen a lot of those channels, and they just went for one day and then broke it up into parts. But this makes more sense now. I wonder if we picked a gaming channel and they posted on the wrong form, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good
Or
point.
did you choose it from the wrong form?
I don't think so.
Is it on?
No, it is on the non-gaming.
Okay, all right.
One.
Well,
so I think here's the case then, that for us who weren't familiar with this game to begin with, I certainly got confused as to whether this was a real world roller coaster channel or part of a roller coaster game, like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Or theme park. The latest rendition of a theme park game. So I think there needs to be a bit more clarity there, perhaps. Whether that's done through the thumbnails a little bit more or the titling structure.
Yeah, I these thumbnails. Just general gaming advice, very text heavy, but they're getting the point across. So your most popular video from just from a couple months ago and 4 weeks ago, things like that. Like, you are getting the point across. People are clicking on this content, so some improvements could be made there. But make sure your channel is focused exclusively on Planet Coaster. If it isn't already, we might have just gotten confused. And go and look at what other people in this space are doing for their thumbnails, because this is a very visually appealing game, and you can do a lot with the camera in it too. So you can be zooming in on different parts of the rides. You could really get some intriguing imagery from this game, and I think there's a lot of missed opportunities there. I think you're zooming out a lot and then letting text kind of carry the thumbnail, and it's matching the text in the title, so it's kind of some wasted real estate.
And amongst some of the jumble of content that you have, look what's standing out: the software updates. Console DLC updates and listicle top tips and tricks that they're doing well. So yeah, Dan, let's very quickly do a search for Planet Coaster and see what thumbnails might be a little more appealing. I think that, for example, right there, although, I mean, that is that an actual image or is it a loading screen?
I think it's from the game.
Yeah, it's probably from the game, isn't it?
It is a really nice looking game.
Let me just fix that for a second. Oh, blimey. That looks terrifying. Look at that for a thumbnail. Oh,
no thanks.
That is giving me palpitations just looking at it.
Yeah,
but that's the sort of thumbnail you'd want to see, isn't it? From the game.
Yeah, some of these that are more zoomed out, it's like I don't really know what they're trying to show me in the pictures. I see some people walking amongst buildings. So yeah, I think you could be doing better in thumbnails, and I think some of your competition, frankly, could be doing better as well, which is good. That's a good thing to point out. So I also think you're covering, it just looks like you're just covering this one game. So stick to it, because there's also a temptation, like, okay, I've done everything in Planet Coaster and I'm going to play, there's another popular one came out around the same time. Don't do that. Try and stick to this one.
Yep. All right, let's try another non-gaming channel. Let's see if we can actually get
Let's
one.
see if we can.
Oh, I can't pick number one. Well, hang on. I just want to confirm. We should have already done number one. This is just to prove that we do. Yeah, Ryu and Boba. Ryu and Boba. We've already done that channel. So that is just to confirm that we always pick the first channel every single week. 115. This is going to be Computer Chick Productions, and they have 747 subscribers.
I wonder what games they play on their channel.
Well, this shouldn't be a gaming channel, is it? All right, Dan. Very good, very good. Right, so travel outdoors, tips and trips, advice, a bit of gaming, CPC news. I don't know what CCP news is.
Yeah, this feels like a channel that's just talking about everything that's on their minds.
Yeah, what is this channel about? It's talking about some Biden tax plan stuff, boxer passing away, William Shatner's birthday, another person passing away. I'm completely thrown as to some happy birthdays to some people.
Yeah, I think channel focus is our advice today.
Your most popular videos, strangely enough, is when you talk about famous people passing away. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to have a channel focus along those lines, unless it was like really, I guess, remembering them, like obituaries, a little bit of a biography, that type of interesting stuff. But yeah, let's go to the about section. Can we get anything more there? All right, so this is all of this means that your channel is going to struggle to grow consistently. And what I mean by that is that you may have some videos that perform really well, maybe get 1,000 views plus, but then there are going to be other videos that get a dozen views because your audience doesn't necessarily know what you're publishing from day to day, and neither does YouTube. Mm-hmm. So if we were just to take an example here of the last, I don't know, week's worth of videos, you're talking about, I think, an event that happened in the US, a shooting, YouTube Shorts, so YouTube News. I don't know what that's about. I'm not sure what that's about. Somebody passed away, going on a walk. If you just want to make videos that you enjoy making, that's cool. Yep. YouTube is a place where you can put all of this stuff. But we assume that because you submitted your channel for auditing, that you want to grow a consistent audience. And that usually means that you have a shared passion in a particular thing. And I just don't know if people are going to have a shared passion in William Shatner one day, Beverly clearly another day who's passed away, and then Captain Underpants spin-off another day. There's so many different things going on this channel. And I'm getting lost in the waves of content a little bit.
Yeah, if anything, it feels like a news channel. And if it is, you should go out and see how other news channels got their start, what people are doing these days. And you'd want to stay, even with news, you want to niche down. Is it going to be politics? Is it going to be celebrities? I mean, and the fact that your about section says all those different things basically says you could create a channel about each of those things. You like them so much. You know, you put them at the top of your about section. So pick one thing and focus on it.
Go on, Savage. I'll give the final audit to you today.
All right, let's go to 39, just as the last person signed up, because why not?
39, then. Let's see what you can say about... Oh, hang on. Is it just giving me a video link? Is that the right channel? Is that the right
channel?
Well,
once again, Minecraft.
That was a savage move right there.
It is the right channel, but...
One view.
Right, there we go. There we go.
They put out a video 2 months ago and are asking for some savagery. Listen, here's the thing. I have my standards. I really do. I'm not even going to savage this channel because, come on, there's been people out here that have been working hard for the last couple of months or even years that need to get their channel savage. And this person came out 2 months ago, tried one video, failed miserably, and then wants me to savage them, to give them all the clout. That's not going to happen today. Not today, Real Diver YT. What's the next? Let's go one back.
Oh, you want to do another one?
Diver.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? His name's probably Ryland.
Channel 38 then, was that then? Going one back. Let's see what we have here. Let's have a look. Hello, Ash.
That's a regular name. I like that. What's up, Ash? Okay, we got 1,000 subscribers, which is great. Playing a bunch of games. Got a bunch of loadout. Looks like it was a Call of Duty or something like that. Is that one of them games? One of them Call of Duties?
Yeah, Warzone. I think that is that the mobile.
Funny enough, I'm going to have a Call of Duty right after this, as I'm going to have to go to the restroom and drop the kids off at the pool. All right, look. Let's take a look at what's going on with Ryland's, Ash, sorry. They all sound the same to me. I don't know what the guys and gals' names are anymore. All right, Ash. Let's see. Warzone is fun again. That's great. Warzone, but you can actually have fun. I believe that's not true. If anyone has played Call of Duty, they know you basically live for like 3 to 4 seconds, and then you get shot in the face. And I'm just gonna be honest. No, there's nothing fun about that. It seems fun when you watch the video, especially when people know what they're doing. But let's be honest, no one knows what they're doing in this game. And no one really does. I've watched a bunch of people play this game. You walk in there for about 2-3 seconds, and then you throw your controller against the wall. It's the worst experience in the history of everything. I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, don't play anything like the Call of Duties. It's just not a good experience. It's terrible. It makes you hate life. Makes you call your grandmother and call her names. I mean, you don't want to do that. It's not nice. Don't do that. Why would you have, Ash? Why did you make a channel that's just about hatred? Why? Why did you do this to everybody? People trying to be positive nowadays. I just got my Coca-Cola shot. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying not to be Coca-Cola positive, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm trying to be a generally nice person. You come out here with some terrible, terrible video games. Ash, I want to tell you one thing. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I want you to listen real close. Get real close, Ash. All right, look. Delete your channel. That's ASMR for you. Go ahead and do that. I appreciate you. I hope everyone had a wonderful day today on the audits as you had to deal with Dan and Rob. Can you imagine watching 2 hours of just Dan and Rob? I can't imagine it because I know I didn't do it. I don't know. All y'all should get a reward. Everyone should get silver play buttons that stayed here for the 2 hours. Can we get silver play statues from YouTube for people who stayed for the entire 2 hours? Anyone in here? Anyone deserve a silver play?
It's still statue? Talking.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see. Anyone in the chat, if you want the silver statue for being here for 2 hours, I need you to go ahead, put in the hashtag me, please, into the chat right now. Let's go ahead and trash up that chat.
All right. Thank you, Savage. Can I somehow get
trash
a word
up
in
that chat?
Savage, I'm going to allow you to address your Call of Duty. Please do some shout outs first before we say goodbye.
All right. I'm going to say, I see the Dank Pigeon in there. I like that name. That's a great name. Yellow Dragonfly. Lexi, Unbelievable World. I appreciate you. I see, I don't know if that was a name or someone sneezed. And I also see, I thought it said stupidity, which I would have agreed with. But it actually says squididity, which I don't understand at all. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Thank you, Savage. As always, Dan C, who we're saying goodbye to.
Oh, man. Okay, anyone who didn't use the hashtag me, please.
Where's
so
this come from?
Well, it just seems really needy. I don't know why they're all saying that. It's weird. We'll fix it gaming. We'll see you later. Donnie Games, we'll see you later. Dank Pigeon YT, we'll see you later. Let's see here. KY Does Gaming, we'll see you later. There's a lot of people with gaming in their name. Mr. Fax, goodbye to you. And Charles.
Dan H.
Me kindly. Charles said me kindly, so I appreciate that.
Charles did stand out to me as well, so good job, Charles. Let's give it up to our moderators, of course. Michael Shiro, Tenebre, said he'll be here tomorrow. Zenzarius, the butler extraordinaire, said thank you to his master, Savage. So, hopefully he doesn't have to take care of those things that Savage will be doing afterwards. And a shout out to Hooked by Robin, Eddie and Noah, Wee Bob Art, and of course, Landlocked Sea Fishing UK.
You know, I zoned out so much when Savage was talking. I have no idea what these hashtag me please means. I really
should have been paying attention, Rob. That's the whole problem with this operation. That's why you cut and paste things that have nothing to do with anything. That's why. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye to Admiral Brain Food. I think that was the channel name that I read. Yellow Dragon Fire. X Science Plays, Wee Bob Art, Landlocked Sea Fishing UK with the little anchor emoji there, Weemcast, Joe's Multiverse, Sloth Games, and we could not have done this live stream without Francine's Hair and Nails. Let me just remind you all, folks, before we disappear today, if you want to take advantage of a full channel audit with one of our auditing experts, that being Travis, Jeff, Alan, or Alexi, then if you take advantage of the link in the description, which gives you a 12-month boost subscription, it also gives you that channel audit as well. Do please take advantage of that in the next day or two, as it will be ending, I think, on the conclusion of April the 1st. I'm going to put some people on screen here. It's myself and Savage. So if we just wave awkwardly until I press the outro button. Bye for now. Savage isn't waving at all. All right, I'm bringing us back in here for the 200 people are still watching. You know that we do a little bit of afters extras here on the vidIQ channel Audit live stream. Savage was just telling us a little bit more about his Coca-Cola vaccine shot and that he now needs to, address that for some weird reason. I don't know what it is, but there we go. Hey, Dan. Thanks for sticking around. How did you think that live stream went?
The first 15 minutes seemed pretty poor, but then it really picked up like right at that 15-minute mark. I'm not really
must
sure
have been.
what the issue was.
Yeah. I almost did the first 15 minutes myself this week as Dan, a very busy executive producer, Dan, needed to do some other stuff. So I want to say thank you to you, Dan.
I kind of owe you.
Around. Yeah.
Couldn't say no because you're joining me tomorrow, which is very nice.
That is true. I do a lot of... I guess it's kind of like this is my live stream and tomorrow is your live stream. But then you also have your podcast, and I'm doing a lot of cameo appearances on that. Well, they're not really cameo appearances. I'm more or less the co-host at this point.
And that's tomorrow, too.
Is Rob Wilson on Cameo? Or
I should be, really, shouldn't I? Guys, do you think... what would I do on Cameo? Like, would I
there
just
we go.
tell people...
Should that be our contest? What would you order from Rob Wilson or Dan C via Cameo?
Good question.
Boy.
Yeah. You are a good YouTuber. You're going to hit monetization. Keep it up. Keep it up. Where's my $25?
That out. Yeah, a Wilson waffle or a Wilson rant.
Oh, who knows?
I'll record a channel audit for them, but really what it'll be is I'll record one. It'll be me saying, you need better thumbnails. And then I'll crudely edit myself in later where I go, you need better thumbnails. John. And then
yeah, congratulations on 200 subscribers.
That was a very movie phone voice you had there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did anyone comment on my my gloves, by the way? I just wore them pointlessly. I'm starting to just do this in random videos and see if anybody notices. I guess nobody did.
Literally, as you said that, a comment popped up, so they couldn't have possibly heard you say it. It says, "Gloves, Rob. Where do we get the gloves?"
Oh, these are just compression gloves from Amazon, which I wear, and then I realize when I have to break character. By the way, that's Dan and I's version of saying that we need to go to the toilet. No, we said we need to break character, not Call of Duty, which I thought was quite funny.
It's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, once I go to the restroom, I remember I need to take these off, and then I forget to put them back on. So I don't go to the washroom wearing these. That would be a little unhygienic. Anyway, what are we talking about? Are we still doing channel audits? I can't remember. What live stream is this about?
Oh,
we've gone off.
Yes, correct.
So just one happy
more
boy would buy some emotional support.
You can do it. Just one happy boy.
Oh, he got one for free there.
There you go.
You can't sell that though.
How long does a cameo have to be? I don't really know.
I don't know.
Yeah, is there a limit on it?
So clearly not our world.
People want me to just rant on stuff. DC, I mean, yeah, I don't mind ranting on anything, especially if you say Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll rant about that for as long as I can. Oh, currently playing through Gears of War 3 now. I mean, just again, Xbox Live just gives you opportunities to just say, yeah, I'll play on that for a couple of days. So I'm going through all of the Gears of War series right now. I've already played the first 3, but I've not played 4 onwards. So I'm looking forward to getting to them.
Nice. Diablo's having a new season. I haven't played Diablo in forever, so I was going to play some Diablo this week.
Well, we don't need to do this as a channel audit, but Bori Piano is in here, who has boosted our server, which, thank you so much for him. But from looking at his channel, he appears to be a piano prodigy because he looks like he's about 13 years old and is playing ridiculous, like Mozart music and things I've never heard of or seen. It is quite amazing to realize that someone is so talented in our community and also seems to love us.
I'm also delighted to see that Ash is still here. He hasn't ASMR deleted his channel, as Savage suggested. And you say you've just got monetization, I think you mentioned maybe. So, yeah, congratulations on that. Your channel looks actually pretty nice. I like the thumbnails in particular. With kind of like the blurred gaming background, but then a gun highlighted at the front. That's what I can remember because I zoned out from what Savage was saying. But yeah, hopefully, Ash, maybe in the future we can give you a proper audit. In fact, maybe we should do that. Do you reckon we should do a proper audit for Ash?
You just said it out loud, so now we have to.
Yeah, since he got absolutely ripped apart for 4 minutes. So let's just take a quick look at Ash's channel.
Yes, after taking one from the team and still sticking through the
this is one of these where I'm not really sure what to recommend because the consistency of your content, the style, the number of views you're getting each video compared to subscriber size, to me it just says that it's very, very encouraging. Would you say
those backgrounds are a bit distracting on some of these? I mean, obviously they're doing well, so we never want to tell someone to change what they're doing, but
possibly. But I think once you get into a certain style, I mean, the way you would do this is because I sometimes have to do this on my videos. Is that as well as blur in the background, you need to add a bit of opacity as well. That just drains out the color a little bit because you are right in the sense that there's a contrast between the foreground and the background, but the colors are still kind of a bit similar, so they kind of merge in a little bit. So you might want to test that.
Yeah, I usually I've been testing thumbnails with you just go into color overlay in Photoshop and put a black overlay over it, and then just put it to like 5%, you know, just to knock that down a little bit because it's taking away from the thing that you're trying to show on the screen.
Sort by most popular. I mean, I do love it, Dan, when we suggest these things, and then on a gaming channel, the top row of suggestions is listicles or how-tos. And verses. Like I remember making a video about all of them suggestions, and I don't know if you've taken our advice directly here, Ash, but you're following a tried and tested formula for building a gaming channel from scratch.
Right. There is time. Like Ash is doing live streams on Twitch, it looks like. So you have those moments where you get to just be you playing the game. There's always time for that. But when people ask us, how do you grow? And we're like, well, try some of these like tried and true things. Sometimes there's pushbacks. And we're like, I don't want to do that. I just want to play the game. Why isn't no one watching me play the game? And as a new creator, it's tough because you may enjoy watching people do that. But think of the people you're watching, Dream and all these people who are massive in their respective niches, and they earned that over a long period of time. They all had their own journeys they needed to follow first before they could sit down. And I bet if you look at the views from more popular channels that balance it between let's play and tutorial, you'll see that their let's plays just don't do as well because those are more or less for them. Does
this dude have a shorts channel as well? I'm curious now. He's kind of advertised that in his
I saw it.
Channel banner. Did I just miss it? Oh, there we go.
1 subscriber.
Oh, haven't quite got that working yet. But yeah, 70, hang on, 19,000 subscribers.
That's weird.
Hang about, let's do, what? Is that vidIQ breaking there? Is that because it can't work out the, all right, I'm intrigued enough to just click in here. All right, it is 1 subscriber. I think it's gone now anyway. It's just a little vidIQ glitch there for a second. What else was I going to say? I think as Dan has proven, starting to make use of that community tab as soon as you get it, especially with the size of your audience already. And you can do some really obvious stuff here, like what do you think is the best sniper rifle or the best loadout? Dan, the thing that you do is you kind of troll your audience a little bit, whereby the majority of the answers would be a comment.
The trick is like you take the most obvious answer, and it's always tempting to put that as one of the poll selections, but then you don't include it. You just do the other ones, the lesser popular answers, right? And then inevitably people will go into your comments and they'll hit other. You include an other option. They'll go into your comments and go, well, where's the option for blah blah blah? Like, how could you forget that? And you just like the comment and move on. But I would say definitely use your community tab every single day if you can. 1 piece of content every day at minimum. I know I'm not someone who tells people to upload daily, but I believe that you can sit down and create 5 pieces of content in one afternoon that you can use throughout the week on your community tab.
See, I hope that Ash watched one of our videos there. Like, He watched Dan's videos about not doing episode numbers and Let's Plays. And then he watched my video about how to, you concentrate on how to and listicles. Because he started off doing what looked to be gameplay walkthrough in Cyberpunk. And then he decided to do a how to, which kind of looks a little memey, that one. But it had the how to elements. And then he got into the focus of how to be really good at playing Warzone. For the volume for the number of videos you've done, I think this channel's on the way to some great success.
Here's one thing. I haven't gotten to say this in any live stream yet or a video, but I should probably include this a little more often because something occurred to me last week. I was just pondering. Maybe it was shower thoughts. I don't know. At vidIQ, we give you all this advice, right? And you're all YouTubers. You're all people who are trying to do something. You don't want to sit here for 2 hours and have us talk about, I think we did talk about this recently, actually. You don't want us to sit here and talk about our favorite movies. You want us to talk about your channels and ways you can improve. We're providing you a service with this YouTube channel, and it's, we can attribute that to our growth. This creator is doing the same exact thing. They are providing a service to people who are trying to play Warzone and learn secrets and get better because they have Warzone. They want to play it and they want to be better at it. And that's why we're always telling you, do tutorials, do tips and tricks, things like that. Because this is high value content. It's content valuable to an audience. Like if you play Minecraft, there are people who also play Minecraft watching you. And they're watching you because they want to play Minecraft better. You know what I mean? So you're providing a service. And over time, if you can get them to come back and you are an entertaining personality, that's where you start to build that organic audience to where, you could just turn on Minecraft and just start playing the game, and people, because they like you now, because you've taught them all these things and they love your personality, they're going to come back. It's that kind of organic thing, but it all starts with providing some value.
So I think that brings to a conclusion the Ash appreciation quarter of an hour. Good to see your channel's doing excellently, and I saw you mention that you did start watching our videos and engagement increased instantly. So thanks for the plug there. But as I will always say, we're just putting signposts in the road. You're the driver. You've driven in the right direction, and the channel seems to be doing very well because of that. Right, shall we call it a session, gentlemen?
I believe so.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
We don't want to make anyone have any wrong turns in Albuquerque. So we'll stop putting down signs and let you guys go on your way until next week when we will pick this right back up again.
Yeah, I guess 2 more things just to quickly add. If you're a gaming channel, which I would guess of the 200 people watching right now, at least 50 of you are gaming channels. Take a look at Ash's channel as a template for how to grow a channel from 0 views and 0 subscribers in about, in 3 months in 2021, because he's clearly doing that. I could even possibly do a case study on this. How a game. Actually, no, I'm not the gaming expert. Dan, over here. Dan, get over here. Right, your next assignment. Your next assignment is how to monetize your channel how to monetize your gaming channel in 2021, and I want you to use Ash as a case study.
Okay.
that might happen, but you see, and just as an example, that's how ideas come into my head. And I could, if I really wanted to, I could make this into a video probably this afternoon. But I'm going to leave it to Dan because he knows a little bit more about, the gaming elements of it. So Ash, you may see a little case study about your channel. We'll think about it. But I think that has a potential though. I think when did he start his channel? All right, so yeah, he's basically monetized his gaming channel in around about 4 months or 3 months. So I think that might be a good case study.
Congrats on 1,000 subscribers. I do hope they have the watch time.
Well, I think he said he just got monetized as well.
Yeah, I missed that
so
part.
that was
Sorry.
Good. There was something else I wanted to add, but I've completely forgotten what it was. Oh yeah, that was it. Always leave your audience wanting more. In which case, we will see you tomorrow. Bye.